Inland Empire.
Move the riverside.
Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And with that, welcome to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. It's Thursday, and we got all kinds of afternoon baseball, Cal Baptist, the major leagues, all these live updates over the next 3 hours. In fact, Jeff, we're going to have intern Cullen live from the Big A as Albert Pujols is chasing 3,000 career hits. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he is just 2 away. It'd be nice to see our guy Cullen go to a big game, break a little history. Be awesome. I want to see Albert Pujols do it. Be great for old Cullen Holt.
You know, we walked into the studio today. I'm all fired up for this show, and I look at you guys, Jeff Gorham and Greg Holland. I said, smells like Pirates of the Caribbean in here. You guys all go to Disneyland. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
It does
it's kind of like that wet, musty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like my son's bathroom at home. It smells exactly like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
In a weird kind of way, I like that smell. You know, it reminds me of Disneyland. It's like when I smell pirates, I want to be a pirate. When I smell pirates and churros and popcorn, I think I'm at Disneyland.
Well, come on over to the Gorham house.
Is that what you guys like?
The boys' bathroom always smells a little bit like popcorn and
well, you got a bunch of little pirates.
Yeah, you come on over and smell our bathroom all you like there, Pep. Feel free.
Well, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM is proudly brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Spoil yourself and your car. Get that oil change every 3,000 or 5,000 miles. We all need it. Certainly don't want to break down on the road here in the IE. There's traffic everywhere. Get to Spoiled now off of Alessandro Boulevard. Okay, here's the deal. We got some Inland Sports headlines to get through today, and we got live updates, Jeff. We've got CBU on the diamond right now. In fact, it's the final home game of the season for the CBU Lancers. We also got the Dodgers in action. I was all fired up to come into the studio and talk about the Dodgers trying to get another win against Arizona. Austin Barnes, the pride of Riverside Poly High School, just hit a home run moments ago. Yet, they're losing right now by a score of 2-1 to Arizona. So our guy, the Poly Bear, doing his part, going long, hitting the long ball.
I told you after that first day, the Dodgers, we need to start over. It is going down. They are cursed. There is a curse in Los Angeles, and I feel bad for anybody that is a Dodger fan. Even I, who's not a big Dodger fan, feel really, really bad because there is nothing going right for these guys.
So they're losing right now. Last night they did win. They won 2-1. It was a pitcher's duel, but probably their best starting pitcher this year outside of Clayton Kershaw, the only guy not named Kershaw, was Hyunjin Ryu. And Hyunjin Ryu, off to a great start this season, but an injury last night. He didn't even last 2 innings. And what were they saying, Jeff? It was muscle off the bone.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be out until after the All-Star break, and they said that it was a pull of the groin muscle. The muscle completely tore off the bone.
Off the bone.
On the groin. And if you've ever hurt your groin, you know, you've maybe pulled it.
It's hurt right now, yeah. Thinking about it.
It is not a good feeling, but I think I'm going to become a vegetarian after hearing that, because the first thing I can think of is like chicken skin.
Right off the bone.
Right off the bone. I'm never going to eat chicken again. I might become a vegan. I might be thin in another week because of Mr. Ryu.
What did you eat right before we went on the air?
Oh, roast beef sandwich. Of course, I had a roast beef sandwich.
Yeah, you're on your diet. Hold on, let me get my cell phone first. No.
Not really, but I am.
So it's done. Officially done?
No, I started a new diet on Monday.
Wait, this coming Monday?
Yeah.
What's this diet? Because you were on that one where it was like birdseed and lettuce.
That was the worst. Remember, I was getting a thimbleful
It was
of
unsalted sunflower seeds. That sounds gross.
And then I was getting like raw yogurt. Remember that? It was just plain yogurt, no flavor. And then my wife tried to kill me because she was putting kiwi in my yogurt.
And you're allergic.
And I didn't know I was allergic, and I was I mean, literally dying. Remember, I told you I was
You
driving.
looked awful, yeah.
I was out by the Scientology area out in Hemet.
Oh, that's right. San Jacinto, like going out
And I had
yeah.
I had to pull over on the side of the road and throw up right in front. I thought that the Scientologists
They were going to scoop you up.
They were going to scoop me up, and then they were going to take me away and keep me in a hole somewhere.
You could have been in Tom Cruise's entourage. Think about that.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
Help me, Tom Cruise. No, I'm more of a John Travolta kind of guy, and he's definitely one of those Scientology guys. But yeah, I threw up all over their side of their road. I mean, I could see the blue buildings, and I was just puking. I'm like, what's wrong with me? I almost went to the hospital because my wife tried to kill me with kiwi. But this week,
death by kiwi.
Starting Monday, I'm drinking. This is so stupid. I even hate saying this.
Say it.
I have to drink 2 milk. They're like milkshakes, but I have to use coconut milk.
Yeah.
And it's supposed
non-dairy.
So you're like on that Tommy Lasorda Slim Fast kind of diet?
No, I'm not. There's no Tommy. Tommy Lasorda, come on. He's lasagna still.
Every night.
So you drink these 2 shakes, one in the morning, one at lunch.
With coconut milk.
Yeah, and then at nighttime you can eat your sensible dinner.
Your sensible dinner.
And I'm always pretty sensible. I mean, let's think about it. I don't eat that much. You're around me a lot. I don't eat that much. Do I? But I
Greg and I are silent.
But I don't eat that much. I think my metabolism has slowed down so far because I have no legs, I have no knees, I have no ankles.
Why don't you just take something to speed up your metabolism?
What, roids?
And eat more.
I get to be on the PEDs?
What? Then you can eat more.
Like Jose Canseco.
Jose Canseco. I did go think about
Bash Brothers.
I thought about going to the doctor and saying, give me those shots, those testosterone shots. But I'm already
Does that
angry.
speed up the metabolism?
Yeah, speed it up. I'm already angry. I don't want to be any more angry because I'm taking shots. I have roid rage. Could you imagine me on roid rage?
No.
You'd be a teenage Gorm.
Salty.
Man, I
angry, salty, crotchety.
Maybe it'll grow my hair back. That would be awesome. I am thinking about getting a hair restoration program.
Really?
You want hair like Thor?
Oh man, if I could look like Thor, have a head like a nice flowing hair like Thor. And a big pot belly. Yeah, that would look good. I would just look like a hick from somewhere in Mississippi. I don't want to be that guy. No.
You might be that guy. Well, the Dodgers right now losing to Arizona again by a score of, 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th. The only run for the Dodgers, a solo shot from our guy, Austin Barnes, the pride of Riverside Poly High School. Last night, the Angels beat Baltimore by a score of 10-7. Albert Pujols had 2 more hits, including a home run. He's now at 2,998 towards the end of this show. So we'll say about 5:30, 5:45, we're going to have a live report from the Big A. Intern Cullen will be at the game tonight, hoping to witness history as Albert Pujols is trying to chase down 3,000 hits. And Mike Trout hit home run number 11 last season. Jeff, it was a moonshot. Did you see this thing?
I did. In fact, I was driving home and listening to the game, and then all of a sudden I got a phone call from you saying he hit a shot over 500 feet. So I immediately went home, turned on the TV, and watched it. The man is a beast. He's better than most teams. If you could have 9 Mike Trouts, you'd be great. Just 9 guys.
All-star team.
Who's your pitcher?
Mike Trout.
He'd throw. Yeah, just have him pitch.
Mike Trout could pitch. He could play catcher.
So I was listening to the game on the way home, and he hit the home run, and the announcers are going nuts. Then I get on social media, and of course, haters are going to hate, right? So the home run went from like 524 feet, which is crazy. If you're not familiar with baseball, the outfield fence is usually, I don't know, straightaway center field's like 400 or 405. Like, his home run was 524. So the haters on Twitter are like, no, I've been to that ballpark. I've seen home runs land there. That's only like 450. That's like 460. So I don't know. Unless they get a tape measure and measure it, I guess we're not going to know. But the initial reaction was about 520 feet. And then the haters want to hate. And they're like, nah, that's like 450. Which, a 450-foot home run is still a bomb. This guy went 524.
Yeah, I think a lot of
More
people.
like 405.
405.
Barely cleared the wall.
I'll tell you what.
Barely.
Puig would have, 600.
Puig would have went 600 on that pitch.
Puig would have gone 600 and then got dropped down to the minors because he's a ding-dong. But, man, Mike Trout's one of those guys. He's just fun to watch. He's got, 11 home runs on the year?
Yeah, that was number 11, yeah.
Holy smokes. He's on pace for, like, 1,000. He might get 1,000. No, he's on pace for 60, I think, at the last count they said on the broadcast yesterday. On pace for 60, and he is just a madman. Think of it, though. We were talking yesterday. His stats comparative to Albert Pujols, he would have to do the same thing that he's done, but for 15 years straight, I think he said.
It's a long run to equal the numbers of Albert Pujols, but if there's anyone that could, if there's someone out there that could do it, it's going to be Mike Trout.
It is. He's the only guy, and we're talking about a company of, who was it, A-Rod? Who were the other two guys that were ahead of
man,
Pujols?
who did he mention? I think it was Willie Mays, Hank Aaron,
and
A-Rod.
A-Rod and Albert Pujols. That's a pretty legendary thing. And then A-Rod didn't have 2,000 RBIs, and that was not the...
what Trent was saying, So the 600 home runs, 2,000 RBI, 3,000 hits, that's elite company. I mean, we're talking about the greatest players of all time.
I want to say Willie Mays is probably the only other guy with 2,000 RBI.
I'll have to look at that. No, I think Hank Aaron is too, isn't he?
I don't know if he has 2,000. I think he's hovering pretty close. I'll take a look during the break, but I don't think he has 2,000.
All right, so the Angels, again, Mike Trout going nuts, Albert Pujols. It could be the night. History could be made at the Big A tonight. On the local diamond, the Inland Empire 66ers had a no-hitter last night against the Lake Elsinore Storm. It was a 4-zip win for the 66ers. The third no-hitter in franchise history, the first since 2007.
Was it the Cucamonga, right?
Los Cucuys, anoche.
Tonight.
Anoche, sí, por supuesto, mi hermano. No, it's tonight. Tonight, my brother.
What, they're throwing a no-hitter tonight?
No, the Los
Are you
Cucuys.
Okay, so last night they threw a no-hitter?
Okay, so last night they threw a no-hitter.
Okay, who's the last guy to throw a no-hitter for them?
I don't know, 2007. Maybe it is a big name. Could be a big guy who went to the, at the time, they'd be the Dodgers.
Oh, because it's...
But here's the deal. So they threw a no-hitter last night. It was a combined no-hitter. It was Jason Alexander, Zach Ryan.
Stop right there.
And Sean Isaac.
Jason Alexander?
Yes.
George Costanza?
Yes.
George Costanza is pitching?
Yes.
So wait, it was three guys.
Three guys.
Oh, okay,
but that's where I'm going, Jeff, because everyone on social media, instead of simply saying, hey, congratulations. Oh, great job, 66ers. Way to go on the no-no. No, but here's what they did. They were all Seinfeld references. They were all GIFs, memes of George Costanza, because in real life, his name is Jason Alexander.
That's what I saw.
So I was just going through the comments and the response because everything was a Seinfeld reference, because the guy who started the game, he went 7 innings. He got the ball rolling, obviously, on the no-no, was Jason Alexander.
Now, why wouldn't they let him finish it off? Why, I mean, if he went 7 strong on, no hits on
because it is the summer of George, and he walked right out.
Summer of George. Summer of George. Yeah, wow. That's pretty cool. What did you call it? Los Cucuys?
Los Cucuys anoche en el estadio.
You're speaking of that.
No, the Cucuys. They're going to be the Cucuys de San Bernardino tonight against Lake Elsinore. It's part of that Copa de la Diversión campaign where they celebrate Hispanic heritage. So the 66ers tonight will be the first time that they are the Los Cucuys de San Bernardino. And then our Quakes, they're going to have Viva Los Temblores night. Their first one is June 10th. That's a Sunday. They've got select Sundays throughout the season when the Quakes are also participating in this. So, Jeff, if you go out there, a lot of Espanol. Mucho Espanol.
If I went out tonight, would there be a guy dressed up like a big monster?
Un cucuy, yeah. El cucuy, yeah. Sí.
Isn't that the boogeyman?
Allá en el estadio, sí.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
Over there
I
in
don't
the
know what you're
stadium.
saying.
Yep. It'd be pretty cool to see, though.
I might have to go by after the show.
El cucuy. I love it. I think it's cool. I love the colors. I love everything about it. All right, so let's check out the Cal Baptist baseball score. Let's get a live update.
Game is over, my friend.
Is it already over?
It is over. They had a 1 o'clock game, and it was a quick one. They won.
It was like 2 hours. How did
it was
finish already?
Because the Highlanders are taking care of business and beating those mimes, and they beat them. They beat them 8-2.
It's a sweep. Cal Baptist ranked number 19 in the entire country. They sweep the Academy of Arts. It was an 8-2 victory. It just went final at Topman Stadium right here in the Riv. And, last night they won 2-1, 8-zip. Today, a 8-2 victory, just went final. So the Lancers now 32-14 overall, 25-11 in the Pac West. They are looking good, playing their best baseball of the season. I need to see CBU go all the way, win the national title before they go to Division One. I got to see it, Jeff. I want to see it.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've won 15 of their last 16 games, and they're playing one more series at Dixie starting next week, and then they're going to start the West Region.
And finally, our last inland sports headline here on the show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. So the San Bernardino, it's the city of champions after the Cajon and Aquinas football teams each won CIF Southern Section championships. Remember, we had 4 local champions. We had those 2 schools. The only Riverside County school was the Rancho Verde in Division 3. And we also had Big Bear. Big Bear won a CIF title. So Cajon and Aquinas are going to be part of a parade on Saturday at the National Orange Show Citrus Fair.
Oh, I love that thing. I used to go every single year.
Did you really?
As a kid. Yes.
So my wife, and this is something kind of new to me, and I'm sure you guys know about this.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday the fair began, first day of the fair, and
Yes.
it was pouring rain.
You know why?
You know why, right, Jeff?
No.
Do you not know this?
No.
Greg Holla, do it, brother.
Your forefathers. No, not your forefathers.
Yeah. Jeff's family.
Your family. Put it this way, it was an ancient burial ground on the Orange Show Fairgrounds, and the Indians put a curse that every opening of the Orange Show that they would always rain. So they would schedule
Look at Jeff's face.
every different year since it's been going on. They try to schedule it a different day.
They move the dates
They try to move
around.
it, and it's still always
I
rains.
Holla's right. I asked my wife about it. I even did it.
Stop
Listen,
it.
I did a bunch of research.
It's an IE.
It's
legend.
true. So the early settlers in the San Bernardino Valley came here, and they were citrus farmers, and there was local Serrano Indians, and they said, guys, we're gonna have to force you out. We're gonna plant citrus trees, and what they did was to kind of build up the business. Was they're like, hey, let's have a citrus fair to sell all of our citrus products. So the local Serrano Indians, according to legend and all these newspaper reports from back in the day, they said that the local Indians put a curse on the first day of the fair, the Orange Show, that it would always rain. And they said there was 4 years in a row that it did not rain. It was the 4 years during World War II when they did not have the fair. Spooky stuff. El Cucuy, man. Spooky stuff.
I don't know if I believe that.
Believe it.
That sounds like Poltergeist.
It is.
It's
That
El
sounds like-
Cucuy, man.
Sounds
You
just
think
like
San
Poltergeist.
Bernardino's Los Cucuys on accident?
Stop it. I'm going to look this up. Seriously, when I go home, when
Look
I
it
go
up.
to school tomorrow, I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to find this, see if this is true. You got this is
Yeah.
an old wives'
No,
tale.
I remember my wife telling me years ago, and then I had to look it up for myself, and I'm like, wait, I think she's right. And then
Stop
sure
it.
enough, Wednesday rolled around, and
Yes.
she asked me, hey, was Wednesday yesterday? Was that the start of the Orange Show? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, look, rain, huh?
They would have it in June. They would have it in July.
Doesn't matter.
In May. Didn't matter.
Doesn't
Even
matter.
April they had it.
Well, shouldn't they go by the Farmer's Almanac? Do you guys know what the Farmer's Almanac is?
Yeah. Jim Clover uses it to plan the Inland Empire All-Star Football Classic.
No, he does not.
Yeah, he picks a day. He's like, it's not going to rain on this weekend.
He does that?
Ask him.
Oh, my parents, when we were kids, we'd go on trips and stuff, and I remember that they would pull out the almanac and see what the weather would be like. And pretty much, it's pretty straightforward.
Pretty accurate,
Yeah,
huh?
pretty accurate. So yeah, I didn't know that Orange Show curse. I used to love going to the Orange Show. When I was a kid, I'm going to say this, they used to have freak shows at the Orange Show. And they had these things you could go watch, like the guy with the bearded lady,
Yeah.
or the guy with swallow swords, or
Yes.
the two-headed snake. But my favorite,
Wolf Boy?
yeah, Wolf Boy. My
Yeah, Wolf Boy
favorite
was there.
thing though was that you could buy chameleons. You know the little lizards, and they would tie a little string around their waist. They had these little belts on. You spend like $2. No joke, no joke. And they would pin it to your lapel on your shirt.
A real one.
Yeah, and you could walk around and you could have a little chameleon on your arm, on your
Sounds
shoulder.
awful.
Are you kidding me? It was awesome. That's why I wanted to go every year.
To get a little
To
chameleon
get
on
a
your
chameleon,
shoulder.
and I would keep it, and they would. Most of the time they'd live all year long, but they would have a little like string attached to them, and they would just sit on your shirt. So I would walk around the Orange Show every year with a chameleon wrapped around my shirt. And people that remember this they'll tell you the same thing. There was always you could get a chameleon, pay like $2.
Was it like the cool thing? Like it was a long line and
Yeah, you see people walking around all day long with these little chameleons.
You look like an iguana person.
I was kind of, you know what? I had a
You need to
snake.
get an iguana.
I had a snake growing up for 18 years. We caught it. My brother and I caught it when we were little kids. We named him Lance. No joke. I had a snake named Lance. and we would feed him a mouse about once a month. No joke, about once a month. We had him in a little hot rock, little like stone that was in his cage. We had it until he moved out of the house. We took it and dropped it off in the same place we caught it out in Canyon Crest. And we had Lancelot. Lancelot used to bite every time you put your hand in his cage, though. Bit you every single time.
Well, yeah, you captured him.
Yeah, but he lived a nice life, except for sometimes we'd like miss a couple months. We'd be like,
he hasn't eaten since last
we're like,
year.
Well, there's something we're forgetting to do. Oh, we got to feed the snake. So we'd walk up to the pet store, buy a little mouse, and then we'd watch. It was the great once a month, once every other month.
He was probably starving.
Oh, he was always starving. That's why he never grew. He was just a little snake. But Lance, I had Lance for 18 years.
Rest in peace, Lance.
Rest in peace.
The show is brought to you by Ken's Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, taking care of all of your sporting gear needs. So the next time you need a baseball bat, a helmet, a glove, soccer cleats, shin guards, Letterman's jacket, whatever it might be, go to Ken's Sporting Goods, kensportinggoods.com. They will hook it all the way up, and they do team sales as well. So if you got a whole team and you need to take care of everybody, they can do that too. Large numbers, not a problem. All right, when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we're going to talk more about the Halos. Mike Trout with that moonshot last night. Pujols chasing 3,000 hits in your afternoon Major League Baseball scores, and we got a bunch of them. A Getaway Thursday this week. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing. a lot of one-owner clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Purple outline, and his name is just so bright and so sharp that the sign, it just blows up because the name is just so powerful.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. If you missed the Mike Trout home run last night, and it was a long shot, we're going to play that for you right here. We're brought to you by our good friends at Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. They train athletes of all levels and all sports, lacrosse to football, golf, and everything in between. Make sure you follow them. That's Boost Performance Training on Twitter and Instagram. Check out their strength and speed class. The first one is always absolutely free. We want to get you in there, see results. If you like it, and I know you will, you'll keep going back to Ray Bass and his team at Boost Performance Training in Corona. All right, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Mike Trout was all the buzz last night on social media. Hit one of the longest home runs I've seen, Jeff, in a long, long time, despite the haters who want to hate. It was a no-doubter. You could even see the swing, you know what I mean? Like when he turned on that ball, the speed that he got that bat head over the plate, like it was incredible. Like it was a quick, compact swing, and Mike Trout cranked it. Let's go ahead and listen to the sound from last night. Here's what it sounded like when Mike Trout hit one a mile long.
That is hammered out to deep left field. Forget about it. Big fly for Mike Trout, and the Angels have tied this one up at 1. Albert hits one out toward left field. Mancini moving back. near the wall. Will leap up. Nothing. That is gone. Big fly for Albert Pujols.
So Mike Trout and Albert Pujols,
620th of his career. Now 3
with
hits shy of
each a home run last night. Of course, now Albert Pujols just 2 hits away from 3,000. And Mike Trout's home run, it was so far, it was an area of the stadium where there was like nobody around. Wouldn't you want to be that guy that's like all by yourself in that one little section and the Mike Trout home run comes to you?
I'll tell you what, just watching it, it reminds me, I don't know if people remember, Bo Jackson was once a very good baseball player.
Unbelievable.
There was an all-star game in Anaheim Stadium at one time, and I remember Bo Jackson hitting it over the left field wall where Anaheim Stadium today goes all the way around, but left field used to have a gap to where it was basically the parking lot. You hit it over the bleachers and you were in the parking lot. Bo Jackson hit it over the bleachers and into the parking lot. It was almost identical spot of where Mike Trout hit his last night in left field. It reminded me, I was watching, it reminded me as a kid watching Bo Jackson hit it out of the stadium.
It was unbelievable. Again, I heard it on the radio. I had to go check out the broadcast. And when I saw the actual video of it, there was no doubt about it. As soon as I saw that swing, man, you could tell it was going to go a mile. So Mike Trout, home run number 11. Albert Pujols, also a home run, 2 away from 3,000. Let's take a look at some of those Major League Baseball afternoon scores. We got a bunch. Of course, we're going to start things off with the Dodgers. And, Jeff, they're back. The Dodgers have taken the lead on Arizona by a score of 5-2. Right now, we're in the bottom of the 8th. The Dodgers are back. Everybody. This could be the start of something big, right, Jeff?
Nope.
Haters are going to hate, right?
No,
right,
I'm not a hater, but man, they're cursed. Much like the
Orange Show.
Just like the Orange Show.
Don't compare the Dodgers to the Orange Show.
And Pigpen, there is a dark cloud over these Dodgers this year. A very, very dark cloud.
Hey, Greg Holla, I would classify Jeff's shirt today as Dodger blue.
Hey, I had a lady.
Fair? That's fair.
Hey, can I tell you this? This is
Tell
really
us.
a great story. Today, I'm walking by, and this
walking by where?
Well, I was at school, and this young lady, this young teacher, kind of cute, not my wife. She walked by and she goes, "Mr. Gorham, you look great in that blue. It brings out your eyes." And I batted my eyes. I said, "Thank you."
You batted your eyes.
I batted my eyes and I said, "Thank you." She goes, "I love that shirt." So I was very happy with.
Did your wife pick out that shirt?
No, you can't. Well, probably. I haven't been to a mall in 20 years, and you can probably tell I haven't been to a mall in 20 years. I don't like shopping. I hate it more than anything in the world because now that I'm a bigger husky, I'm not gonna say fat. I'm husky. It is no fun because
no fun to shop.
I have to go to the big and tall section. Hey, where's your big and tall section? It's over there, and there's like 3 pair of pants. 3 pair of pants and like
one size fits all.
Yeah, one shirt, and it's a purple shirt with like orange. And I go, I don't think I want to wear that. So I need to go on. I told you,
It's like the Grimace shirt.
I'm going. Yeah, I look like the Grimace anyways. So then Monday I'm gonna drink my 2 shakes and my sensible meal. And you guys, I'm telling you, by the end of summer, you guys are gonna be apologetic to me. Listen to this. This is so mean. That is so mean, Greg. He's playing pig noises. I might just walk off the air. I feel that.
You're gonna leave?
That
You're
bad.
gonna walk out?
I feel that bad. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna be back to my playing shape. You know, I was played at 190.
That's skinny.
That's 100 pounds
Perfect
less. That's 100 pounds less than what I am now.
Well, that's where you're going to drink those coconut milkshakes.
That sounds horrible, guys.
I love coconut. You like coconut? Anyways, just period?
No, I like the taste of coconut, but I don't like if it's shredded.
The texture? No?
No, it just stays in your teeth and your mouth for like a month. You can never get it out.
I love coconut.
But I like it in my drinks. I love like a pina colada.
Yeah.
Anything like that. Oh, yeah. Anytime. You don't like the drink at all?
Coconut's good.
Coconut is good.
Here's how the Dodgers have taken the lead on Arizona. Bellinger with a sac fly, then a wild pitch brought home another run. Kemp scored on another wild pitch. So who knows what's going on with Arizona? No control over the plate. And then Kyle Farmer with a single to knock in. Guess who? Austin Barnes, the Poly Bear. That brings us to 5-2. Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. They're coming back. This could turn the whole season. They won last night. They're about to win again. Feeling good. All right, let's take a look at some of those afternoon baseball scores across Major League Baseball. the Nationals over the Pirates, 3-1. Let's see. We also have the Mets. Oh, man. My Mets only had 3 hits. They got blasted by Atlanta by a score of 11-0. One of the marquee matchups today and this week has been the Yankees and the Astros. And the Yankees win this one by a score of 6-5. Big win for New York. They're 21-10. Houston 20-13. So if you're an Angels fan, you got to keep an eye on Houston. And the Astros did lose today. So that's good news for the Angels out there. In Kansas City with a 10-6 victory against Detroit. Those are 2 pretty bad teams. Kansas City right now 9-22. They need more Trevor Oaks in their life, if you ask me. Call up Trevor Oaks again and get into the big leagues. They get Lucas Duda from Arlington going too, because Kansas City needs him big time.
Dude.
So we'll keep an eye on that Dodger score. They have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 8th. A couple wild pitches. Austin Barnes has scored a run. Add it all up, it's 5-2 Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. That game will go final when we are on the air. When we come back, in fact, we'll talk more Dodger baseball because they are going south of the border this weekend. And could some Dodger stars be making their way to Rancho Cucamonga soon? I think they will.
You think so?
We're going to talk to Lindskog a little bit later in the show. I got a good feeling about this. We'll be back. You're listening to your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show, on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
to live.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Man, I am feeling good today. I had a good lunch. I'm in a good mood.
What the heck? Speaking of lunch,
yeah,
you're always going to, I think you and I are like, we have to be almost best friends. Best of best.
We're better than best friends. We're like brothers.
We are like brothers.
Yes.
We are like family.
Yes.
But I have a question for you.
Anything for you, brother.
You know what? We have never broken bread at dinner with our family.
Never?
No. The Gorham boys, the Fernandez girls.
We've seen you at Disneyland. Does that count for anything?
No, it counts for nothing. You need to come over. I don't live in a hovel. I don't live in a shack. I have Shangri-La in my backyard. I've had John Ramey. John Ramey's
the voice of the Nevada football team?
Yes.
That's John Ramey?
He has swam in my pool around my whiny kids. And yet I have not had a Fernando's spotting at my house. I have a nice babbling fountain that you can come enjoy and read next to if you like.
I don't see that's the problem. I don't read much.
But
we're very elusive though.
The elusive no, because you're always saying you go out to dinner with such and such. I went out to dinner with these friends. I went to dinners with those friends.
Shout out to Dr. Paulson out there.
What about us? What about the Gorhams?
Oh, we're
what about Greg Holla? Have you invited Greg Holla to a dinner?
Of course I have.
Have you been over there, Greg?
Yeah, of course he has.
Greg, you've been over to the
yes.
You've been to the
His
Fernandez
wife
house.
Makes wonderful pot roast.
Yeah.
Come on.
Potatoes and carrots.
That is some straight BS right there.
Good.
That I have never been to the Fernandez house. I haven't even been welcomed. You know what? In fact, when I sit in his car, he always puts down a towel. I'm a little concerned, like I'm gross.
Germs.
You know how good of a host they were?
How good?
They don't eat gluten. They got me tortillas anyway.
Real flour tortillas,
yes.
real ones.
Real tortillas?
Yes. So class.
Come on. I'm a little disappointed in you, Pep. Until you invite me over, I'm going to ban you. I am strictly going to ban you.
I don't know where were you that weekend. It was me, Colin, and Kono.
Those two ding-dongs got to go too.
The whole gang.
And I wasn't even invited.
I thought you were.
It was probably lost in the mail.
That is so weak.
I thought.
There is a reason that I only have one friend.
Didn't you tell me he was sick?
Yeah, you weren't feeling good.
Or he was on his diet.
You were on your diet.
I think you were on your diet and you couldn't eat what we were eating. Sorry.
We did it for you.
I'm really angry because the only friend now I realize that I have, the only friend.
One friend.
Is Mark Guard, and that guy has always been there for me.
And that guy's got a tattoo on his small of his back.
He's got a tramp stamp, and I love him dearly. Not you anymore.
I have a question.
Yes.
If Pep and his family went to go eat over at your house, what would be prepared at the Gorham Estates?
Well, the stately Gorham Manor, I have chefs. We have chefs over there. No, but I have a great Weber grill, so I could grill some meats. I would make sure everything was gluten-free. But man, because I'll tell you what,
dairy-free too.
Dairy-free. I have 2 refrigerators that are full. I have 2 freezers that are full. There is always great food at the Gorham house. That's why we're all so svelte. My kids are all skinny, and I'm starting to wonder if I just take all their food because it's really. I have Shangri-La, Pep. Shangri-La. You've never been in my backyard.
Well, the next time you want some grilled sausages and brats with some good vegetables, like grilled vegetables on the barbecue, and some gluten-free bread, some almond milk, dairy. Hey, have you had dairy-free butter?
No.
If you come over, you're going to have dairy-free butter. You're going to love it.
On my corn? On my elote?
Yes, elote. Oh,
yeah.
My wife loves elote.
But if you put mayonnaise on your corn, no, you don't put mayonnaise on corn.
Cilantro.
Listen to Pep.
Paprika.
Pep, you don't put all that on there.
No, my wife, she makes elote at home.
Oh,
yeah, she does.
You don't put mayonnaise on corn. That's sacrilege.
No, you do.
That's
how you do it, right, Greg?
Some Parmesan.
Yeah, Parmesan. Do you like that, Greg? Do you like that?
Stop
No,
it.
actually, I don't.
I like just butter
I'm
and
not
salt.
going to discriminate because a lot of people around me do
That's
like
right.
it.
That's right.
Butter
That's right.
and salt on my corn. That's it. I do like some of that hot sauce, though.
You eat too much salt, by the way.
What do you mean I eat too much salt?
We're having a live intervention.
What do you mean I eat too much salt?
You eat a lot of salt.
I don't either. That's why
I can smell the salt coming off.
He's sweating salt.
Come here, lick my forehead. I'm telling you, there's no salt here.
That's why the horses go get
the salt lick. I got these cows. Every time I walk around, these cows come lick my skin relentlessly. because I'm salty.
Old salty Jeff.
How dare you? I don't need that much salt.
All right. Well, the next time we have the big party, I'll make sure, you get invited as well.
I'm just really disappointed. We've been friends for years. We have done so much. I spend more time with you than my own family. And yet I'm not even good enough to go to the Fernandez house.
I'll make sure we even have like the almond milk ice cream. It'll be wonderful. We have gluten-free, dairy-free brownies that we make.
I don't know if that sounds good at all. But sometime today, I want to tell you about my ice cream story that I'm really hooked on. I'm getting fired up about summer.
Wait, hold on. I thought you were going to your diet Monday.
Yeah, but summer's here. Summer, and I got a pool, and I'm telling you, I have this ritual every summer that I cannot get rid of. I'll tell you about it later on in the show. It's wonderful.
All right. Well, the show is brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona. Off of Temescal Canyon Road, you can buy, trade, and finance. No pressure, easy car shopping experience. They've got specials every single week, and you can save thousands of dollars. So if you want to pay like a ton of money, yeah, sure, go somewhere else. If you want the best deal in the IE, then you got to go to Catalano Motors. That's CatalanoCars.com. That is the website, Catalano Motors, located off of Temescal Canyon Road. Hey, so we have the home run call of Austin Barnes. Can we hear that?
Yes.
All right, let's do that. So Austin Barnes, the catalyst for this Dodger team. They are on the verge of a win against Arizona, and the pride of Riverside Poly High School, Austin Barnes, just called in the bomb squad for the first time this season. It sounded like this.
The wind will come in here, and it's sort of swirling.
Austin Barnes, left field, and deep, and gone. And the Dodgers have a 1-0 lead.
Austin Barnes said, "How's that swirl, Burns?" Yeah. Woo.
Yeah. Who's that guy?
The ball jumps here
just came
to
off
begin
the surf,
with. And I know they have the humidor in effect for the first time this season.
Austin Barnes, first home run of the year for him.
First ding-dong of the season.
Put him right over the 200 mark. Finally hitting over 200.
For batting average, right? Yeah.
Yes, it'd be nice to see him get some action, a little bit of play.
Uh-oh, we are going to the bottom of the ninth because they're in Arizona, so the home team gets the bat last. So 5-2, Dodgers still up. It will go final. When it does, we'll bring it to you live right here on the show. The Dodgers, though, Jeff, they're going south of the border this weekend, right after their game against the Arizona Diamondbacks in Phoenix. They're going to hop on a plane. They're going to fly to Monterrey, Mexico. They're going to play a 3-game series in Monterrey against the San Diego Padres. So they're branding the game, ambassadors for the game, going around the world, and now they're going down to Mexico. And I'm thinking there's probably going to be a lot of Dodger and Padre fans down there.
So Monterey, is that like on the beach?
Kind of. It's.
They have a big enough stadium?
If it's where I think it's like on the coast, but not Baja. Is that correct? I'm going to look that up.
I don't know.
I've never been to Monterrey, Mexico.
I've been to Mexico City. I've been to Cancun, Mazatlan.
Oaxaca?
I don't know about Oaxaca.
Oh, Oaxaca.
But hey, I'll tell you what. The Cucuys? I did go to some ruins. And I was in, when I was in Cancun, I did the pyramids. They're not really pyramids, though. I picture pyramids being straight. These were like big stairs. And it was in the middle of the jungle.
All the way to the top?
I went all the way to the top, baby. I always go to the top. I just looked over the edge. I've been in volcanoes around the world. I've been in caverns, spelunking. I've done it all. But Monterrey, Mexico, the Doyers and the Padres. Padres Unidos.
The Friars.
The Friar Tucks.
Yeah, because, Padre is already a Spanish word, right, for father.
It is.
So. Right? Can't translate that one.
I always wondered about their little mascot. He's a friar. He's got a dress on. He's swinging a bat. And he's got a big, giant belt that's in his way. I always wonder how the heck he could swing.
He can swing
belt
it.
Getting right in his way.
Oh, he can swing it.
Yeah, the old Padres.
Oh, no. Monterrey, Mexico. I thought it was on the western side. It's kind of towards the eastern side, it looks like, underneath Texas.
It is?
So, yeah.
Is it on the water?
No.
So it's in the Gulf of Mexico?
Kind of. It's pretty inland.
Oh.
So...
And it is,
for some reason, I thought, picture where Puerto Vallarta is, like on the western side of the main country, like go up the coast.
Almost by Lithuania.
Exactly. They moved Lithuania for some reason. I cannot believe they moved Lithuania around
the balls
Europe.
are back, baby. Their balls are back on American turf.
Well, of course they're back. The middle ball is going to be on the Lakers.
Yeah, Jello ball.
Dodgers, Padres in Monterrey, Mexico, Friday through Sunday, a 3-game series south of the border. And could Logan Forsythe and Justin Turner be rehabbing with Rancho Cucamonga? Man, I don't know. Maybe as early as this weekend for Forsythe, maybe JT next week. We're going to have the great Mike Lindskog, the voice of the Quakes. He's going to join us live, and that will be one of our questions for him. Because I know there are Dodger fans all across the Inland Empire, and they would love to see Forsythe or JT in a Quakes uniform.
Hey, so Scogginator's going to be on our show?
Oh, we're going to scog it up. Yeah.
When's he coming on?
Like in a couple minutes.
I don't think he likes us.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think
I think he likes me.
No one likes you. Remember?
No, he really likes me.
I don't think he does. I think he hates coming on our show. It's just an obligation. I'm going to ask him, do you hate us? He won't come in our studio.
Greg, does he like us? He likes us. See?
Let's ask old Scogginator. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him if I can go do an inning with him. Do you think he'll let me?
Sit in the booth?
Yeah, I'm going to sit in the booth.
He might.
I'm going to ask him.
He might. He seems pretty easygoing.
We'll see.
Mike Lindskog, the voice of your Rancho Cucamonga Quakes right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, will join us next. We'll talk Quakes baseball, and could we see some Dodgers out here deep in the Cook as early as this weekend? We'll talk to old Scoggy Skog when we come back. You're listening to your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show, on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
How you guys doing? I'm Coach Ray again. We're here at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. So today's tip, I'm going to go over the shuttle run. So really, the shuttle run is a great drill to measure lateral speed, power, and change of direction. So we're going to go over that today, and it's a drill that can benefit really, again, any type of field sport, whether you're a basketball player, football, volleyball, soccer. If you got to change directions, you got to be quick. Shuttle runs for you. Okay, so Jacob's going to demonstrate the shuttle run here. We're going to start off with the stance. So he's going to have his feet about hip width. Now, this is really important because a lot of times you get guys who will try to shift their stance. You got to split the line evenly, and you want to make sure your toes are forward. You want to make sure your feet are right underneath your hips, all right? So he's going to have his feet forward and underneath their hips. All right, now, when I say set, he's going to drop down very quickly. Whatever hand is down is the direction that you have to go. So he's going to go to his left first, so he's got to have his left hand down. Now, his right hand is going to be right here. All right, it's going to be right in front of his body. His elbow's going to be flexed. Hand's going to be right under his chin. All right. So when I say he's going to drop down really fast. All right, he's going to put his hand down, left hand down on top of the line, right hand underneath his chin. Ready, set. All right, relax. All right, so that's the stance there. We don't want to hold the stance any longer than about 3 seconds. All right. So we want to be in and out. All right, now let's talk about the first touch. Once he leaves, all right, his first movement, that timer is going to start. He's going to give me a nice lateral run coming out. So he's not going to turn his head and turn his body run. He's going to lateral run coming out, and then we make our first touch. He's going to do what's called a wedge cut. It's a double foot cut, and he's going to touch right outside of his feet here. So he's going to touch the line with his left hands. He's going to do a wedge cut, a double foot cut. He's going to have a nice angle at the shins. He's going to touch right outside of the foot. So now I'm heading back in the direction I want to go. All right, that angle is really important. So we're going to nice wedge cut here, left hand touch. We'll wedge cut it here with the right, and then we'll sprint through for the finish. 5, 10, 5. Here we go. You ready, Jacob? So he's going to go on me. Set. Go. Get back. Finish right in the middle. Good, right there. Now, typically, you want to finish with your head down. All right, you want to maintain that forward lean. There you have it. Shuttle run.
Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
Oh, it is beautiful. It's gone final in Phoenix. The Dodgers have won by a score of 5-2. The Riverside Pauly Bear, Austin Barnes, his first home run of the season. So back-to-back wins for the Dodgers against Arizona. Are you a believer now, Jeff?
Nope.
What's wrong with you?
They don't have anybody. They got guys playing I've never heard of. Guys that should be playing in the AA or AAA ball clubs, not with your Los Angeles Dodgers.
They're battling back.
No,
I
they're
can
not.
Feel it.
Stop it.
Help is on the way.
Oh.
JT, Logan Forsythe, Hyunjin Ryu. He had the meat pull off the bone, but that's okay. He'll be back too.
Dude, they have no pitchers.
After the All-Star break.
They have done nothing. They need to do something. Do you bring in Machado?
Oh, Manny Machado from the Orioles?
You got to bring someone in.
Oh.
This is the Los Angeles Dodgers here we're talking about. We're not talking about some rinky-dink. We're not the Milwaukee Brewers. We're not the Cincinnati Reds. We are the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Baseball.
We're not pressing the panic button yet.
I pressed it a long time ago, and nobody's
Joe Panic's
listening.
second home run on day 2.
There is nobody listening to me. Panic, Dodger fans. Panic
They just
now.
won today.
Because I don't care if they won. They're going to win a few. They're going to win a couple. But they're hanging out with the Padres. If they lose,
hanging out with the Padres?
If they lose to the Padres in this series, everybody jump off the bandwagon immediately because it's a joke. I'm telling you, panic, people. Panic. Sign somebody. Bring in a pitcher. They're gonna have to bring in Bueller. Bueller's gonna have to be brought up. I'm upset.
The only time I would panic if one of the Dodger players were dating a Kardashian, then I would panic.
Didn't Kemp date a Kardashian? Yes, he did. That's the curse of the Kardashians is back. We talked about it before. Kemp dated a Kardashian. Real. Yes, and that's why they're losing. The Kardashian curse. Look at Kanye. Kanye's got the curse.
Don't orange show us.
Got the curse.
Don't orange show.
Yeah, don't lump me with the orange show.
Oh, man, just think about it this way. Kanye's married to one, and look at him. People want to kill him. The Bloods and the Crips want to kill Kanye. Everybody wants to kill Kanye. You know why? Because he's a Kardashian. He's Kanye Kardashian West.
He changed his name.
Yeah, he had to.
The Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM is brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Every 3 or 5,000 miles, get in there. Get your car in there. Make sure keep it going strong at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. We're going to hear from Mike Lindskog very shortly, the voice of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Another loss last night. Or yesterday, I guess I should say. It wasn't a night game. They played with all the kids in the stands, screaming and yelling and running amok out there at Lone Mart Field. Back in action tonight, trying to get a win. And, Jeff, I read that, okay, so Logan Forsythe of the Dodgers has an injury. And Dave Roberts was kind of uncommittal exactly when Logan Forsythe might be beginning his rehab assignment, or where, for that matter. We're just assuming that it would be Rancho Cucamonga because it's so close proximity-wise, to the Dodgers. Even though the Dodgers will be in Mexico this coming weekend. But he said that, maybe as early as this weekend, Logan Forsythe would begin his rehab assignment. So naturally, I would think that Logan Forsythe might be in a Quakes uniform this weekend. But again, we don't know, A, if he's actually going to start his rehab assignment this weekend, and B, where the Dodgers will assign him to first. Could he start with the Quakes, or maybe they'll send him to AAA Oklahoma City? We don't know any of those details. We're just jumping out on a limb here. But the man that has all the answers hopefully can help us out here. Let's go to the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. He loves the kids, he loves trimmer, and he loves baseball. It's the great Mike Lindskog, the voice of your Rancho Cucamonga Quakes right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Hey, Mike, first off, how was the education day, the first one of the season yesterday with all the kids, running amok at Lone Mart Field and just causing a lot of noise? It's a good environment for baseball.
It was. Did you see running amok or running in the mud? It was closer to probably running in the mud yesterday. We had a rainy morning, and when I got here just before 8 o'clock, I described it a little bit later as something out of like the NHL Winter Classic, like on New Year's Day. It was unbelievable, and yet the grounds crew just killed it yesterday. They were awesome. They had the field ready to go. We only ended up being 45 minutes late because we just had to wait for it to quit raining. But all in all, it was good, man. Lots of kids, lots of groups that normally wouldn't be able to make it out during a 7:05 game. So it was really cool. Unfortunately, team on the field did not do what it took yesterday. We had a tough day.
Well, Mike, I see some parallels between the Dodgers and the Quakes, and for good reason. But the Dodgers just won. They just won in Arizona. I think that that's good news for you guys.
Come from behind fashion, no less.
What's that?
I said in come from behind fashion, no less. That's good. Good one.
They did. So I'm thinking that's going to be good news for you guys. Hopefully that's going to rub off a little bit for the Quakes tonight.
I think so. We have, for better or for worse, had crazy parallels in regards to Dodgers wins, Dodgers losses, and with what we do. So, yes, hopefully we'll buy into that tonight, and a W is in the forecast.
Now, Mike, I've been listening to games as I'm driving home after the show, and we heard a call that you made earlier this week. Was it on
It was the bases
Monday?
were loaded, bottom of the ninth.
Oh,
2
yeah, I know where you're
outs.
going here.
Holy smokes. I don't think I've ever heard a call quite like that. Can you bring us back and tell us what happened?
Do you have any back in time sound effects here?
No,
that I
we
can
have
go back
this,
to
I can probably find the sound bite.
We have the sound bite somewhere. We listened to it on the show, but honest to goodness, I cannot believe what I heard. It was one of those moments on the radio where I'm driving, I'm going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. As we play back.
it was crazy. Like this is my 26th year in baseball, and to say that I've ever seen that play before would be an outright lie. It was crazy. If you've ever seen the original Bad News Bears, that was the closest thing I could ever describe. They were down by 4, bases loaded, and Kelly Leak, they were going to put him on with the intentional walk, and he slapped at it, and he hit it in the gap, and he got thrown out at the plate trying to tie the game, and that's where the Bad News Bears movie ended. And it was a very similar ending. Not Bull Durham, not Major League, not love of the game. It wasn't any of those endings. It was the Bad News Bears ending. So bases loaded, we were down by 4. And Omar Estevez lined one into straightaway center field, and they had a young kid playing who's as his manager the next day, I come to find out, described that baseball is still very fresh to him because he played college football, not college baseball. So he's a great athlete, and he made a bad decision trying to dive for what would have been a single if he would have just conceded it. And being in center field, there was nobody around to help. And when he dove, the ball went all the way behind him. It went all the way to the wall. And immediately, as soon as he dove, you knew he made the wrong decision because he didn't catch it. And then that ball literally rolled all the way to the wall. And Omar made it as far as third base. And he was getting the green light to come home. And he made it roughly halfway home before, and I didn't even examine the circumstances after the fact because it was too depressing, but he, for whatever reason, either was called back to third by the gentleman in the third base coach's box, or he made the conscious decision to stop and retreat to third, and by then the gas tank had been blinking with the orange light, empty, and he got thrown out at third after the relay hit the catcher, and then the catcher threw down to third. And so it was a bizarre, could have been a game-tying, inside-the-park home run, Grand Slam style, in fact. So would have been pretty crazy, but it was a wild call, a wild finish. Definitely one that I won't forget anytime soon.
So somebody T-bowed it, and then Buttermaker waved the guy in, and then Chico's bails bond. That's all you could see is the back of his shirt as he was tagged out.
Who was your favorite Bad News Bears character? Were you a Tanner guy? Were you a Boilermaker guy?
I kind of like Tanner Boyle just because Tanner Boyle would say things that you just go, he could never say today. He was kind of the Archie. He was a mini Archie Bunker, and he just would make me laugh. And I'd have to go Tanner Boyle.
A 9-year-old Archie Bunker. There's a majority of the fans listening to your show right now who are like, who in the heck is Archie Bunker? But I got you.
Hey, Mike, I know you probably can't hear it on your end, but real quick, here was the play that Mike was describing the other night. Wild finish, as baseball, again, proves that you have not seen everything. Always coming up with new ways to keep fans on their seat. Here was that play that Mike Lindskog described.
2-2 again on the way to Omar. Line drive into center field. Unable to make the catch. Solano dives and misses. How far will Estevez go? He rounds second. He's on his way to third. He's going to get the green light. Here comes the throw. It's up the line. Estevez will retreat back to the bag at third. And he is out. Unbelievable. The most.
Mike, I think I could like feel the veins just like popping out of your forehead and your neck. I mean, it was probably late in the night and you're just fired up. I mean, again, you were talking about, you always see something new in baseball. What was it like being able to call that? Because it looked like it was going to unfold into an extra inning game if there was, that play at the plate.
It was fun. In the moment, I mean, it's pretty crushing. You hear my voice going, "No, he's out, no!" But yeah, you have 24 hours to reflect on it. I mean, it's awesome. It's a long season. You need plays like that to kind of keep you refreshed and gives you something to talk about for, in this case, a week later. And again, I showed a couple of guys the Bad News Bear clip on YouTube, and we kind of had some fun with it the next day. It's like I said, it's a long season. We know we're not going to win them all, so it's all good. We can make light of it a little bit the next day.
Talking with Mike Lindskog, the voice of the Quakes, right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Mike, we've got Dodger fans asking us all the time, hey, when's Logan Forsythe or when's JT going to be suiting up in a Quakes uniform? Do you have any inside information? Can you shed any light on the possibility of these guys beginning a rehab assignment, I guess as early as maybe this weekend or next week, it sounds like the Dodgers are saying?
What, are you trying to break news around here?
I want to.
Sounds like you're trying to be Johnny Newsbreaker here.
I
what
want
are you doing?
to.
No, unfortunately, I don't have anything good and juicy for you here. We're obviously elated when we get the news that we may or may not have a Dodger rehab, and we're always sad to see him go on the DL. But obviously, we once that news hits, we try to do our best to welcome them with open arms, make it a good experience for them, most importantly, and then of course pass that along to the fans. We're hearing the same things you're hearing. We pay very much close attention to what manager Dave Roberts says. Believe it or not, and we have such a great relationship with the Dodgers, the front office, their people in player development, and so they do provide us, a lot of good information in a timely fashion. But believe it or not, I mean, we get a lot of that information just like you do. Listening to Doc Roberts and seeing the media members, in their daily meeting with him, pass it along and tweet it out, and the internet has created such an unbelievable platform to pass along information like that. We literally, on 3 o'clock, a random 3 o'clock on a Tuesday, all of a sudden the news is out. This guy's going to go to Rancho on Friday or, something crazy like that. And that's usually how we find out because, Doc's pulling the strings along with, Andrew Friedman and Farhan Zaidi. Those guys work, in a good, collaboration and effort. And, that's how we typically get the news. So we're watching the wires just like you are as far as, the Justin Turner watch. And, last night, Ryu goes on the DL, and I saw that, the muscle actually separates from the bone, or however that was described. It just sounded grotesque. And, hopefully if he's able to get back to full strength, maybe we'll see him someday later, maybe in July or August or whenever.
Now, Mike, I know yesterday you were busy with like several thousand kids and calling a game here on Fox Sports IE, but Jeff and I, we jumped on the air and we assumed that you and Dave Roberts had a dedicated line, his phone to your phone, that you'd be the first guy to know. He'd just hop on the phone and let you know first.
Right. And I don't see why he wouldn't. The bat phone, no, it's called the Doc phone. I have the Doc phone upstairs. So I wish that were true, and I wish I could take some credit for that. But no, there is no Doc phone, no bat phone, no Alfred Pennyworth little statue that you got to make that happen with. No, nothing like that.
Now, Lindskog, I'll tell you what. You guys are playing Modesto, and it's really, really dry out there in Modesto. And you guys are playing it. You're playing at home tonight. I'm feeling a little parched, but I think I might come out to the game tonight because I feel a bit thirsty.
Oh, you're suggesting you're thirsty. I think I know where you're going here. Indeed, tonight's Thirsty Thursday. We got $2 Pepsi products. We got domestics and premiums on sale. So we can make that happen for you. We'll get you hydrated. My little boy, when we were playing ball last night during the off day, and we had the day game, so I had the evening off, and every 20 swings or so, he goes, "Daddy, I got to hydrate." So he goes over and gets milk. And while we don't sell milk here at the ballpark, you two can hydrate between swings, Jeff.
Hey, I will hydrate as long as it has 3 olives and is 3 fingers tall. I'm good.
We're going to be looking for the milk stand at Lone Mart Field sometime soon, right, Mike? The great Mike Lindskog, the voice of the Quakes. Mike, we always appreciate it. Thanks for letting us mess with you a little bit, and have a great call tonight against the Nuts.
I appreciate it. We'll see all you guys out here at Lone Mart Field tonight, Thirsty Thursday. See you here.
Hey, Mike, we need to get you in studio here with us one day.
I know. Pep gave me the text last week, and he was like, "Hey, head on down in 5 minutes." And, I was like, "I can't make 5 minutes." No.
But
I know that's not literally what it was.
It was
that's what
close.
it felt like. I can't. Trying to do day up, man. I get crushed around here. So
hey.
I would very much like to carve out some time for you. I know after the road trip here, we got 3 in Visalia, an off day on Monday. We got 3 in Elsinore. And then we've got a total of 17 home games in May. So I guess what is that, like 14 more based on this being the third one. So we got time. We'll make it happen, and we're gonna set that place on fire.
Jeff will buy you lunch.
Not literally.
We'll have lots of milk.
But hey, just like you guys have Thirsty Thursdays, we have Shirtless Tuesdays. So we're gonna bring you in on Tuesday.
I will email Rob Scorpio right now and make sure that we are all wearing shirts, if that's the case. That frightens me. I do not want any part of that, and I will email the proper authorities to make sure that happens.
Mike, you're the best. We appreciate it.
Thanks, fellas.
That's Mike Lindskog, the voice of the Quakes. When did we start Shirtless Tuesday? Is that going to be the first one?
The first one.
Mike Lindskog's coming in on the very first Shirtless Tuesday.
We're all going to be shirtless doing the show.
Jeff. Yeah, we haven't even got him in here once. Don't scare him away.
Oh, Shirtless Tuesdays. I could have said Pantsless Mondays.
Yeah, no, that's good. No, we'll take Shirtless then.
All right, Shirtless it is.
Jeez. The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, providing you with all of your sporting gear needs and Letterman's jackets and team sales, all the good stuff for your sports equipment. That's Kin Sporting Goods out there in Horsetown, USA, Norco, California. We love you, Mike Lindskog. All right, we come back here. We'll talk NBA playoffs. In fact, Jeff, we should have a game that's already been tipped off. They might be close to halftime. I think the Cavs and the Raptors. I think they're getting close to halftime already. That was an early start out there north of the border in Canada. So we'll talk about that as well when we come back. It's your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Fist pawing.
He was a man. He had a beard.
Look, I like the baby version the best. Do you hear me? I win the races and I get the money.
Ricky, finish the damn grace.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We're brought to you by Boost Performance Training out there in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. So if you play sports, youth, high school, college, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the sport either. Lacrosse, golf, baseball, football, they'll train you up. Bigger, faster, stronger. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass and his team. BoostTrainingsystems.com is the website. So we're going to have our first annual Shirtless Tuesday with Mike Lindskog, the voice of the Quakes.
Yeah, I can't wait. I don't even know what he looks like. Is he a young guy? Is he an old guy?
Real fit.
He's a fit guy?
Drinks lots of milk.
Then bring him in. It's going to be Shirtless Tuesdays. It's better than Pantsless Mondays.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah, way better than that.
Better.
Hey, you know what? We were talking a little bit. You know, I got this new fandangled telephone.
Yeah.
The Apple 10.
It's so cool. You were sending me talking emojis.
Oh.
So Matt Mitchell The basketball star from Roosevelt, the Inland Sports Player of the Year with Jamal Baker, his teammate.
I talked to both of them yesterday.
San Diego State basketball star, same guy, Matt Mitchell. He's going to be on the show tomorrow. So how does Jeff let me know that Matt Mitchell's coming on the show? Big San Diego State basketball star.
I have to email him because my phone.
No, but last night before the phone died.
Oh, yes.
Before the phone died.
I have this emoji thing on the Apple 10. You can you can be an animal, an alien, and it reads your face.
It's a talking emoji.
I'm going to do that
Jeff's
from now
voice.
on. From now on, anytime I text anyone, you're going to get a face emoji. But you have to have like an Apple phone, I think.
So here's how I found out that Matt Mitchell was doing the show. Jeff sent me a talking chicken with his voice.
I did, yes.
That's how I find out what's going on.
Did you laugh? Did you laugh?
I was like, what is he doing?
Oh, but so listen. So last night, after I sent the chicken.
Yeah, that was funny. Your phone is awesome.
It's really cool. Facial recognition.
So many cool things. You are living in the future, Jeff.
I am a futuristic guy, but all of a sudden.
What?
The phone went haywire. And
wait, your new phone?
I only had it a day, not even a full day.
One day?
And it started going haywire. It was like somebody had hacked into my phone, and they were calling random people, opening my emails. It was like a ghost was using my phone. It was somebody else's fingers, so I had to turn it off. And now I can only correspond by emails because I don't have a phone right now. I'm phoneless.
You're like living in 1990 again.
I am living. I need a pager, a beeper. I need something. But right now, my wife, old Smetty Smeg, is waiting in the Apple store. We bought it 2 days ago.
In the Kook?
No, in
Temecula?
Temecula. She's probably cursing at me right now.
Yeah.
She's going, I really hate you, Jeff.
Yeah.
You don't come home.
Yes.
Because she has to wait and talk to. They call it the Genius Bar. Did you know that?
Is that what they call it?
They call it a Genius Bar at Apple, and they're all a bunch of dummies.
Yeah.
All a bunch of straight dummies. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully get a new phone today.
Those are long waits.
I feel bad for her. If she's listening, I apologize. I'll bring you home some flowers and some ice cream.
What kind of ice cream? What's her flavor of choice?
Gold medal ribbon. Hands down her favorite.
Malt ball crunch.
Oh, I know what to tell you. Every summer, this is exciting. Big news. Every summer.
Here, I can hear them coming.
Every summer.
Choco Taco's on the way. Here we go.
Didn't you love when the ice cream man would drive down your street?
Nope.
You didn't?
I kind of did. Did I tell you my grandparents had a ice cream
yes, you
truck?
did.
Yeah, so it's like,
I used to love it. You could get bomb pops.
Choco Tacos.
Astro Pops.
The push-up pops.
Well, if you don't have one of those going through your neighborhood, you can always go to the mom and pop liquor stores.
Yeah.
And you remember, you'd look in a liquor store and there'd be all the booze on the wall. And then down below the booze, there'd be a giant freezer. It'd be like 10 yards, 15 yards long.
Yes.
And you could slide open the door.
Yes.
It's almost that time where I can go start picking out one thing a day.
Wait, do you have one of those freezers like that? Or what?
No, but what I should. I do have a giant freezer in my garage, which I probably could. But there's nothing better than going into a crappy liquor store and picking up a cherry slush pop or a push pop or an It's It bar or an Astro Pop.
He knows them by
There
name.
is nothing better than picking one thing out every single day of your life during the summer and then eating it, as you walk, driving your car. It is the best, and I love doing it. It's a tradition. I'm going to continue on.
When does your diet start?
Next Monday. But
how's this coincide?
It will not interfere, I promise. One thing a day. I will have maybe an It's It bar, maybe
Choco Taco.
Yeah, something. Choco Tacos are okay, but a little bit too much crunch. I need more ice cream.
Drumstick.
Drumsticks. I have drumsticks right now in my fridge.
You better eat them all this weekend because Monday the diet starts.
No, I'm still going to do it.
There is coconut milk ice cream. It's really good.
It sounds horrible, Pep.
Because you can only you said you're only having coconut milk.
Yes, coconut milk mixed in with this, some crap that Smedberg gave me, and it's in a shaker. So it's a shake.
Shake it up.
Twice a day.
See, that's not really a milkshake.
No, it's I don't know what it is.
So when I think of milkshake, I'm thinking nice thick ice cream milkshake with whipped cream on top and some chocolate on top.
This will be watered down powdered crap.
Yeah, that's not a milkshake.
Yeah, but that's going to be my diet. But it's not going to preclude me from stopping at the crappy liquor store and getting an It's It bar.
Summer's here.
How's it gonna work?
Well, I'm going to have to run a little bit. I'm going to have to do something to get rid of those pounds.
To work it off.
If you get the slushy ones, there aren't very many calories in those.
No?
The cherry ones? No, not at all.
What will your wife say if she sees those ice cream wrappers in your car?
Oh, she won't. I make sure to throw them away. I stop and throw them in somebody else's garbage can before I get home.
You've already planned it out.
Oh, yeah, I've already planned it out. I've been doing this for years. This isn't my first rodeo. And next week is when I start. Because
Ice cream bandit.
The second it hits 90 degrees,
Bandito.
I do it until it's not 90 anymore. So middle of December.
So when it's past 90 degrees, the ice cream's coming out.
Yep, and when it gets below 90, I'm done.
You're done.
Which is
Put
like
them
December.
away.
Yeah,
Put it down.
And then I start again the next year.
So you're telling me the liquor store guy says when it's 90 degrees, here he comes.
Here he comes.
He goes, look at that guy. Look at him. And look, he's a little bigger this year. He's just a little bit bigger.
a little bit
He's
bigger.
a little bit bigger. Yep, every year. I'm excited. So tomorrow it's supposed to be 93
It
degrees.
is. It's going to be hot around the IE tomorrow.
93 degrees, and I'm going to get my first snow cone.
Lots of ice cream.
I might start with a snow cone, just for fun. Yes.
The slow roll. Go with something light.
Yeah. And
refreshing.
Work my way up.
Tasty.
I don't want my stomach to hurt.
No.
No. I don't want a sour tummy.
Hey, we got NBA playoffs. Do you have the scores pulled up over there, Jeff?
Why, yes, I do there,
Okay,
Pep
'cause
Fernando's.
we had one early tip-off. We had the Cavaliers taking on the top-seeded Raptors in the Eastern Conference. So that one should be around halftime?
They are past halftime.
Past halftime. Because they tipped off at 6 o'clock Eastern. So when the show started, that game started.
That game started, and guess what? The Toronto Raptors had an 8-point lead at half.
Yes.
It is transformed into a 6-point deficit. The Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James have a 6-point lead, 69-63, with 10 minutes in the third. So they've scored quickly. They've outscored them by 12 here in the third.
If this is a close game, LeBron's going to win it down the stretch. I have no doubt. Toronto's going to have a comfortable lead late in the fourth quarter because if it's even remotely close, I feel like they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it again. LeBron's going to will his team back. If Cleveland wins tonight, Jeff, back-to-back games in Toronto, you said that you think the series is done. It's going back to Cleveland.
I think it's a sweep. You know, we've talked about it. LeBron, I thought he was going to end up playing 6 and 7 game series until the Eastern Conference Championship, but right now, Toronto, outside of the guys, Toronto has nobody outside of Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. Between the two of those guys, they've got 34 points. The rest of those guys are not scoring at all. You've got guys I've never even heard of. I've never heard of a guy, I can't even pronounce his name, Valanciunas.
I've heard of him. He's okay.
Serge Ibaka, I've heard of him.
Yeah, but he's not good anymore.
Is he the guy that always, who's the guy that wants to fight Drake?
That's Kendrick Perkins.
Oh, Kendrick, yeah, he's not even playing.
Little Drake.
Oh, Little Drake.
Little Drizzy, right? Drizzy? Yeah, Little Drizzy.
Yeah, so, honest to goodness, Toronto Raptors, another year. It might be time for a change. You win the regular season, but you're not built for the playoffs. 2 guards, and that's it. You need guys that can hammer in the post.
All right, so Cleveland up right now. How much time left in the third quarter?
10 minutes.
Okay, so still good chunk of basketball here in the second half. But Cleveland up, man. If they win 2 games on the road against the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, I feel like there's blood in the water, like sharks circling around the Toronto Raptors, that LeBron's just going to go in and put them away. If it's close in the fourth quarter, if Cleveland takes the first 2 and it goes back to Cleveland, I think it's a done deal.
I agree with you there. The bigger game, though, the marquee matchup is tonight, my friend, and that's your Philadelphia 76ers.
Mine. They are all mine.
Versus the horrible Boston Celtics. Because I'm a Laker fan, you always got to hate Boston, but I'll tell you what, Boston is probably my favorite team in the East, and I don't mean that they're my team, but I like
the Jazz are your everyone knows the Jazz are your team.
Jazz and the Jazz Hands are my favorite team. But Boston, though, there's something likable about them because they're without all their studs.
No,
they're without Kyrie Irving.
There's no household names.
There's no Gordon Hayward.
No.
There is a resurgence of Al Horford. Al Horford, Jason Tatum have been spectacular.
Jaylen Brown didn't play the last game, right? He was out.
Yeah, think about it. They have guys that were kind of forgotten about on other teams. Greg Monroe, remember, he was with the Pistons.
Yeah.
He's come in and played spot minutes, but has done very well. But you have Terry Rozier, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is averaging 17 points a game. He is an absolute beast.
Where did Rozier come from?
Rozier,
he looks like an all-star. Where were they hiding this guy?
Terry Rozier, he's averaging 19 points in the 8 games in the playoffs. Remember, he was playing behind guys. The Celtics are a very, very deep team, and now we're seeing it because so many guys have been injured this season, and these guys have kind of picked up the pace. They've got a great coach. They run a great offense. They play definitely playoff basketball. Smash mouth, we take it to you. Al Horford can take you in. He can stretch the floor, and he's giving Embiid some problems because he can shoot the three. He's a 7-footer that can step out and hit threes.
76ers Celtics tipping off at 5:30, so just about in 1 hour. The one game from last night, Jeff, you texted me about this when I hadn't even got home yet. My phone's blowing up. When your phone was still working, at least.
Yes.
The Rockets losing to the Jazz. Your Jazz taking game 2 of that Western Conference playoff series, 116-108. Joe Ingles had a career-high 27. Everybody says Joe Ingles of the Jazz looks like some guy from The Office. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, he does.
What's his name in real life, or what's the character's name? Are you an Office guy, Greg? Are you an Office guy?
I am an Office. Gosh, what is Toby? He looks just like Toby.
There it is.
I agree. He was undrafted.
Yeah, I don't even know what college he went to.
Ingles was undrafted. I think he's a foreigner because he talks funny. Definitely talks funny. He's definitely not from here. But I will say this. The Jazz team has really come out of nowhere. Let's talk about this. Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs in 8 games is averaging 27 points a game. He is a true rookie, my friend. Then you have Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert, the statue from France, man. He's averaging 11 rebounds. Ricky Rubio, even though he's not playing in his man bun, he was averaging 8 assists. But there's guys like Joe Crowder, guys that, yes, he does definitely look like
Toby from The Office and Joe Ingles.
Yeah,
it's like it might be the same guy.
But everybody hated Toby on The Office.
They did?
Yeah, they hated him. Of course.
They look identical.
They do. But yeah, Ingles.
Sorry.
The thing about that, they have Dante Exum. They have guys that you thought. He looks just like him. I know.
I'm sorry. This is too funny.
But just to say this, I want to say that there are 2 teams in this playoffs that have surprised me. Yes, he's definitely.
Can you see that from here?
Yeah, I can. 2 teams.
Okay.
The Boston Celtics and the Utah Jazz, both well coached, both with no marquee superstars other than Donovan Mitchell and maybe Al Horford, but he's 5 years removed from being a superstar.
He used to be good.
But man, Utah runs their stuff well. Boston runs their stuff well. I would love to see a Boston-Utah final. It will never happen in a million years. The NBA would never allow it. It would be awesome.
What if it happened?
But it's really tough. I think the Warriors walk away still unscathed in these playoffs and win their 3rd championship in 4 years.
All right. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, hey, we're going to recap the UC Riverside Coaches Show from last night because, Jeff, it was actually maybe our best show of the season. It was like really funny. A lot of funny things were said. Some pretty cool guests, too, that we had a chance to meet last night.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah, some surprises, some funny things. So we're going to recap that last night. We'll be back. It's your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility. How you guys doing? Coach Ray here from Boost Training. We're here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip, we're going to get football specific with the 40-yard dash stance. Come check it out. Okay, so first things first, we're going to establish Andrew's footing. All right, now, he has his left foot up in his 40 stance, so what we're going to do is he's going to take his left foot, his left toe, and he's going to bring it back to his right heel. All right, now he's going to take his right toe and bring it to his left heel. All right, next he's going to take that right foot, he's going to bring it about hip width. Now, depending on if you're a skill player, receiver, DB, or if you're a lineman, a bigger guy like Andrew is here, you may want to go a little bit wider, all right, because they usually have bigger thighs here. So he's going to go a little bit wider hip width. Now he's going to take that right toe, he's going to move it back about 4 to 6 inches. Perfect, perfect. Okay, now he's going to take his right hand, he's going to place it right behind the line. He's going to take his left hand and place it right above the line. All right, now he's going to dig his feet in, get his footing. We want to really load the hips, knees, and ankles here. And what we're looking for is a deep bend in the ankles and a nice angle with the shins here. We want to try to keep that shin nice, almost parallel to the floor. So what's going to happen, he's going to keep his nose to his knee. He's going to stay nice and low. When I say set, Andrew's going to bring that left arm higher than his hip. He's going to slightly elevate his hips higher than his knees. Now, you never want to hold your 40 stance any longer than about 3 seconds. So it's going to be very quick, all right? Here we go. Set. Go. There you have it, 40-yard dash stance.
to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. So happy you could join us here on this Thursday. The sun is out, man. Felt like winter for a couple of days. It was raining. It was cold. I actually kind of liked it.
I did not. I look forward to the summer because I can walk around in flip-flops.
You just want to eat ice cream.
Eat ice cream and walk around shirtless and small shorts.
Well, we can thank the Orange Show for bringing us this wet weather. We appreciate that.
I don't know if I believe that whole stuff about the Orange Show, the curse.
You don't believe it? Come
I
on.
don't believe. Let's revisit this. Apparently, you said on the Orange Show days, the opening every single year. You know, it's 103 years old, I think.
Yes. I think the first one was in, because they might have skipped it. Well, I know they skipped some years because during World War II, they did not have it and it did not rain. I think 1897, I want to say. In fact, we had some representatives from the, it's called the National Orange Show Citrus Fair now. That's what they call it. We had some people from that on Inland Empire Alive on IEMG TV. A show that I do out there, and they were talking about the fact that it's been around for a long, long time.
Well, you know, it used to be about 3 weeks long. I don't know if you knew this, but it was like a 3-week adventure. 3 weeks out of every month they would choose for this Orange Show. It was a great time, but I think now it's just down to one weekend. I think it's 5 days.
It's so it started Wednesday
through
Sunday, which it rained yesterday.
Yes,
and then it goes through Sunday.
Well, yeah, it was. As a child, it was great. I loved seeing the freaks. I know it sounds evil and terrible.
You make it sound like it was like a circus?
It was. No, you know, they would have it was almost like a boardwalk where they would have all the rides.
Like
carnival rides.
Atmosphere.
But wedged in the carnival rides, they had freak shows. And I hate to say it's a terrible thing. They had just weird bearded ladies, wolf boy, the world's tallest man, the world's biggest, the biggest foot.
Yeah.
They'd have two-headed snakes.
Oh, yeah.
And the world's biggest pig.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Yeah, but it was literally you pay like a couple bucks and you'd walk into this tent.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And they would have one light on this on a big bale of hay, and they'd bring out whatever it was, and you're like, wow. It was really a lot of fun, and
as a kid, it blows you away.
It was the greatest, man. And maybe I'll stop by the old Orange Show this weekend just to have a little nostalgia. They're probably no freaks.
For old time's sake.
Yeah, there'll be nothing like that.
Just go nuts, because it's your last weekend before the diet.
Go to the Orange Show because, you can't go to the Pep Fernandez estates and get some.
Oh, yeah, we're having a big thing this weekend.
I can't go to stately Pet Manor.
It sounds like Jeff's already busy. He's got plans at the Orange Show, so I guess he can't make it to my family.
I'm going to miss again. Miss another event at the stately Pet Manor.
No grilled brats and vegetables for you.
Oh, dang it.
Sadness. We're brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona, off of Temescal Canyon Road. Buy, trade, and finance. Make that car shopping experience so easy at Catalano Motors in Corona, off of Temescal Canyon Road. CatalanoCars.com. Jeff, do you have a good time last night at the UCR Coaches Show on Riverside TV?
I had a great time. I'll tell you what, it was nice meeting the new staff at UC Riverside. I think we're getting a taste to know Coach David Patrick, old Crocodile DP.
Hello.
A really nice guy. We got a chance to sit and stand and talk to him before the show for a few minutes, and he seems to be a really good dude. And he brought on 2 new assistant coaches. He's held on to our dear friend Justin Bell. So I think it will be a positive move for UC Riverside, and especially after meeting the 2 new assistant coaches.
Coach Patrick's a great guy. We met assistant coach Mike Magpayo and also Liam Simmons, and we knew already that Coach David Patrick, the new head basketball coach at UC Riverside, his godson is Ben Simmons, the 76ers superstar.
Probably the rookie of the year.
Probably the rookie of the year. Now we find out that one of the assistant coaches on Coach Patrick's staff is Liam Simmons, Ben Simmons' brother, here at UCR.
Yeah, he's Ben's big brother, Liam Simmons. He definitely sounded like an Aussie.
Oh, yeah. Good time, mate. Talked all like that.
He was like, crikey, this place is amazing.
No, he was a good guy, too. In fact, he was funny. He was sneaky funny. During our interview, he was sneaky funny.
Yeah, but I'll say this. The coaches this year, they had really nice gear. I was going to steal those shirts. Nice looking gear.
Don't get me wrong. We've got a set of the white shirts that has like the Scotty logo.
Yes.
And then we have the black shirt that has, I think it's the UCR, right? The actual letters. But yeah, what they had, they're rolling out some new stuff. They look good.
Yeah, Coach Patrick had a vest on that was pretty sweet. I think I need one of those for my form-fitting body.
In fact, they look so good. That was the main point. We right out the gate in our interview live at Lake Alice on Riverside TV. Our first, topic with the new assistant coaches and Coach Liam Simmons was, man, you guys look good.
Thanks for having us.
I think Coach bought new gear. We haven't got those shirts yet, Jeff.
I'll tell you what, I want the vest that Coach had on.
Yeah,
that was a great vest.
Where do we get one of those?
It would be very slimming on me.
I want to be walking around downtown Riverside looking good like Coach Patrick.
The one thing no one knows yet is that David Patrick is a hard man to keep up with.
Is he?
In the fashion sense. So the best bet is just to not even worry about it and then let him lead the way and you'll be fine. So.
But Coach Simmons, does he dress himself or is it his wife behind the scenes?
He would tell you that he dresses himself, but Cassie Patrick has a big hand in him looking good. So
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, all right, so that was Liam Simmons, the guy who says, "Good day, mate," the guy who sounds like that. Yeah, but they look good. And Coach Patrick, hey, some of those basketball coaches, and Coach Patrick's one of them, always look put together. Like they just took a shower. They've got their shirt tucked in. You know what I mean? Like they're always just put together.
You know what? Because they're salesmen. They got to recruit. They got to bring in dudes. And they definitely brought in a few. He said they brought in a 7'1" center.
Was that the New Zealand guy or the Australian?
He would be the New Zealand guy.
Yes.
Then they brought in a 6'5" shooter from Australia.
Down under.
And then they've got a couple transfers, one from Texas, and then another player from Texas. So 2 players from Texas. So they're reaping the benefits of the places they've been. Patrick being from Australia, and then he was over in Texas. So he's bringing in some guys.
Look at Jeff. Knowing all the recruits, you did all your homework.
I'm the color man. I'm supposed to know those things.
Woo. Yeah, and the shirts would make you look slimming.
They definitely would.
Definitely. We went from basketball. We also had a softball on the show last night. We had star freshman pitcher Haley Dolcini. She's already thrown a no-hitter this year. She has 2 Big West Conference Pitcher of the Week awards. Already 2. She's a freshman, guys. Already no-hitter. They're trying to get UCR to the softball postseason. There's a chance the NCAA tournament or otherwise, there's a chance, and they're holding on, but they got to finish strong. They got UC Santa Barbara this weekend, and they finish up on the road at Fullerton. They've got to basically win out to give themselves a chance.
Well, Cal State Fullerton, our friend Taylor Dawkins, who's another freshman that was a 2-time Big West Freshman of the Week.
Good point.
Great player. They've only lost 1 game in conference. Cal State Fullerton is
pretty studly.
And Long Beach State was a team that represented the Big West last year in the tournament. It looks like Cal State Fullerton will probably have that at-large bid or that bid to get into the tournament. But there's now an outside shot that UC Riverside can get into the NIT, which has been around since the 3rd year in its existence.
But they've got to win out to give themselves even a chance.
Got to win these 2 series.
Get a sniff of the postseason. And then we also had track and field, 2 of the guys that we love, Jeff, Coach Hansen and Coach Brown from the UC Riverside track and field team. We had some distance runners on the show as well. Those guys are such a crack up. We have such a good time with them. But the distance guys that they brought on, it was Heinrich van Nijkerk from South Africa, and then Ethan Van Setten, who's a little closer to home. He's from Fontana, went to Walnut High School. But what was funny with these guys, they're roommates. And remember what Ethan said when Heinrich came from South Africa, when he first came to UCR?
Wasn't he mad because he said he was like a superstar coming over and he didn't want him?
You know, remember what he said? Ethan said, "This is my show."
That's right.
What are you doing? This is my show.
But they ended up they're like best of friends.
They are.
But they talk smack.
They run the same event. They both run the 800. And they're roommates, and they're rivals, and they're like best friends. They're all those different things.
Kind of like you and I, Pep.
Exactly.
Rivals,
best friends.
We
don't live together.
No,
you'll never see my house.
See right there. There it is. There's the real Pep right there. You know,
I won't even give you my address.
Oh, that was
You couldn't even put it in your map app because you don't even have a phone right now.
I will say this, Pep. You're always welcome into the Stately Gorham Manor.
Jeff the victim.
Oh, man.
Jeff the victim.
Oh, man. I offer you're always welcome. You know, if your wife ever kicks you out of the house for an evening, you're more than welcome. We got an extra bedroom.
We got the reading room.
You can come stay with us. You can relax in our water feature.
Guy.
Yeah, of course.
That's the nicest.
We have a spa, too. You can sit in our spa.
But those guys were the funniest.
Oh, yeah,
the rivalry they had going on, and they were laughing about it. But, yeah, they run the same event. He said Heinrich's time in the 800 is 1 second better than Ethan Van Setten's time in the 1-800. And I said, is that a lot? And he's like, well, it's enough to talk smack.
Yeah. So yeah, they're going to have
hilarious.
They have the Big West. I guess the Big West finals are going to be the next 2 weekends at Cal State Northridge.
Yes.
So if anybody's interested, go out and watch some good track. The Big West finals are going to be at Cal State Northridge this weekend and next weekend.
And you can watch the entire UC Riverside Coaches Show right now on Riverside TV and the Riverside TV YouTube channel. When we come back, Jeff, breaking news in the NFL, a quarterback gets a huge contract. We've got the details when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
We are back. It's your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. It's Thursday. We're coming down the home stretch of the week. A lot of good baseball today. Cal Baptist completed the sweep against the Academy of Art, the final home game of the season for the Lancers. They won 8-2 today. The Dodgers won. Austin Barnes went deep, his first home run of the season for the Riverside Poly Bear. It's just been a wonderful day, Jeff.
I'll tell you what, it's been fantastic, and guess what else is even better? Tonight, the Quakes are playing at home, and you know what today is?
It is
Thirsty Thursdays, my friend. Thirsty Thursday at, what is the name of this stadium now?
Lone Mart Field.
Lone Mart Field.
They call it the Mart.
The home of the Quakes as they play. Are they playing Modesto?
Playing Nuts.
Nuts. But didn't they just play them on the road?
Probably.
They did.
There's not a lot of teams in the Cal League these days. Remember Bakersfield folded, High Desert, they folded up.
No, well, I'm telling you what, I'm thirsty.
8 teams? I think there's only 8 teams right now.
I'm going to go out to Lone Mart Field, and I'm going to go get myself a few beverages.
I would love for you to make your way up to the press box and surprise Mike Lindskog one day. Be like, Mike, it's me. It's your boy, Jeff.
And he's going to say, oh, no, lock it up. I am going to hijack a couple innings, though, on one of the broadcasts, just because I feel like I should.
You deserve it.
I do deserve it, and he deserves me. He deserves a good piece of Jeff Gorham. I'm going to sit right next to him. I'm going to breathe on him, and I'm going to be his color man to his play-by-play.
Say, Mike, I've been doing this for a long, long time.
Move over.
I know what to do.
I'm the best color man in the business. Whatever that means. The business, Jerry.
Well, this segment's brought to you by Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. His team brings lots of experience and passion and commitment to grooming great athletes. Check out boosttrainingsystems.com. They have a strength and speed class, and the first one is always absolutely free. Follow them on Instagram and Twitter. That's Boost Performance Training. Well, we've got breaking news here on the Inland Sports Show. There's an NFL quarterback,
John Elway,
an absolute huge payday, not named John Elway.
Oh, okay. Who?
The quarterback that we're talking about, who is going to make $150 million. Now, the highest paid ever, Atlanta Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan.
$100 million of it is guaranteed, Pep.
So no matter what happens, he's got $100 million.
And he is the first $30 million player in the NFL. So we're starting to see those guaranteed contracts creeping in, virtually guaranteed. I shouldn't say 100%, but we're starting to see it in the NFL. And why not? They make the most money.
Yeah, because before the money wasn't guaranteed, and then only a select number of quarterbacks would get some guaranteed, but it was, like maybe half or, maybe 20 of the $35 million. It wasn't like a huge chunk of it. Now we're seeing Matt Ryan with a $150 million contract over 5 years. $100 million of that is guaranteed. It's just crazy.
But, let's think about this realistically. In Major League Baseball and in the NBA, every player that signs a contract, that money is guaranteed money. The NFL generates more money than any other professional sports outside of maybe the March Madness. Football raises more money. They should have guaranteed contracts. They should have better health care benefits. They should be guaranteed the money that they sign their contracts for.
Football is king, and the NFL rakes in the money. And these guys, so Matt Ryan's now the highest paid. He's going to get $30 million per season if you do the math. If you split it up over 5 years, a lot of it's going to be guaranteed. So if he gets hurt, whatnot, he's getting that money.
Yes, it is front ended. So that if he does peter out at the end of his contract, they will eliminate that last few. But he is going to start off with $30 million that they say. But NFL, the only thing I think holds them back as far as guaranteed contract is the number of athletes on the team. It makes it a lot when you have different guys getting hurt and you're bringing in a trove of different guys.
12
guys, 14. You pay your guys that are in your D League or G League affiliates,
which is peanuts.
Yeah. So
but a football team of 53 guys, that's a different story.
And you also have guys that are on the scout teams. You have a lot of guys that end up you have to pay,
and a lot more coaches too, right?
Plenty. Yes.
The NBA bench has a lot of coaches, but at NFL, there's this coordinator, this assistant coach, this guy does the secondary, this guy's just linebackers. Like, it's crazy. Coaches all over the place.
Yeah, so the NFL, like you said, is king, generates the most money. The one thing, as listening to ex-pro football players, ex-athletes that played, I think the health care needs to be a little better further on down the line because of the concussion protocols and so forth. Things need to be done for the players that are playing now.
Well, NFL.com released its power rankings following the NFL draft. So they let the NFL draft play out. They wanted to see which teams made trades during the draft. They wanted to see which teams made wise decisions during the NFL draft. So the NFL and NFL.com, they came out with their power rankings in the offseason after the NFL draft. So the number one team is the Eagles. And I'm totally on board with that because they're the defending Super Bowl champions.
They didn't lose much.
They didn't lose much until somebody beats them. They're the defending champions. Of course, they should be number one. But number two, you would think it would probably be the Patriots.
Nope.
Because that's who they beat in the Super Bowl, right? You think they would be number two. Who's number two, Jeff?
My Los Angeles Rams, baby.
The Rams are number two. I think simply based on the offseason, bringing in these high-profile guys, especially on defense. Brandon Cook's the receiver as well. They shot the Rams all the way up to number two in their power rankings. So the top two teams in the NFL.com power rankings, Eagles, Rams, both NFC teams. Patriots come in at number 3, followed by the Jaguars at 4 and the Vikings at 5. That's the top 5 teams according to the NFL's power rankings after the NFL draft.
And probably a good call. And you've got to say that the Rams did more in the offseason by hiring, signing big-name splash players that are really game changers. We talked about that defense. That defense right now, on paper, is looking to be the best defense in the NFL. Offensively, we know they could score touchdowns. We know they can put up points. Last year, Jack Skellington, Goff can throw the ball. They've got deadly receivers. They've added to that core of receivers. Todd Gurley had the best season since Herschel Walker. The Rams made a lot of splashes in the offseason.
We're talking about Marcus Peters, Aqib Talib, Ndamukong Suh, and then, of course, Brandon Cook's the receiver, too. So they're loaded. So they're number 2 in the power rankings. The Chargers come in at number 11. That's not too bad because consider if you have 6 teams from the AFC make the playoffs and 6 teams from the NFC, the top 12 teams in football make the playoffs. So the Chargers fall in the top 12. At number 11, the NFL is saying right now they think the Chargers are a playoff team. this upcoming season based on these power rankings.
And they really should be. I mean, they won the last 9 games of the regular season. Phillip Rivers is still an elite quarterback. They have a good backup core of quarterbacks as well. You got Cardale Jones, you got Geno Smith. So you're not hurting if he does go down. But that defense of Bosa, I think, was the best defensive player in the NFL last year, and just a young man playing, just starting his NFL career, and they've added and bolstered that defense.
Yeah, between Bosa and Ingram, those bookends, I mean, they are a ferocious front line for the San Diego Chargers. The LA Chargers. Call him San Diego.
Right.
I just sent him back home.
Yeah, Joey Bosa entering his 3rd year. His first year he was a holdout, but his 2nd year last year it was, phenomenal.
So where do you think the Raiders end up, Greg Holla? 19. So the Chargers are 11, and the Raiders come in at number 19. There's 32 teams in the NFL, and the Raiders come in at number 19. So that's kind of middle of the pack. They're saying, the Raiders don't look like a playoff team right now. So if you're a Raider fan out there, don't hurt the messenger. We're just saying what the NFL is calling their power rankings here in this offseason. And finally, the last place team in the rankings. So the 32nd team in the NFL. If you said the Cleveland Browns, you'd be wrong.
What?
They're saying the Browns aren't the worst team in the NFL right now.
They've won 1 game in 2 years, Pep.
I know.
How have they gotten that much? Is Baker Mayfield the answer?
Between Baker Mayfield and Denzel Ward, the corner out of The Ohio State, who they took at number 4 overall. Who else did they get? Tyrod Taylor in the offseason.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they feel like the Cleveland Browns maybe aren't that bad. Now, listen, it's not like they're saying the Browns are going to make the playoffs because they have the Browns at number 31. So there's only one other team they think that's worse than Cleveland right now, and that's the Colts. They think the Indianapolis Colts are the worst team right now. They're 32nd in the NFL offseason power rankings.
Wow.
Because Andrew Luck, there's a big question mark on him. They were not very good last year, and you could say the Cleveland Browns made significant upgrades through the NFL draft. So they think the Browns at least are better than the Colts. Not a lot better, but at least better than the Colts.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, you have really still one of the premier quarterbacks after sitting last year. Andrew Luck is still that premier quarterback, one of the top 3 skill-wise. You just hope that injury doesn't hold him out again and he's able to have some protection. But anytime you have Andrew Luck, you can't say you're the worst team in the NFL.
They're the worst. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM, again, we have one NBA playoff game that's already in the books. They tipped off on the East Coast. It's done. We're going to break that one down. Plus the 76ers and the Celtics just getting ready to tip off. That series is going to be real juicy. We'll talk about that one as well when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Corum.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. This segment is brought to you by our friends at Ken Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. They do team sales as well. Letterman's jackets. So if you need a new mitt, soccer ball, cleats, all the good stuff, they've got it. They're going to help you out. KenSportingGoods.com, Horsetown, USA, Norco, California. Go check them out. Is this Tom Petty? I saw him in concerts, one of the few non-country concerts that I've seen.
No, he's kind of country.
No.
Yes, he kind of is.
Greg, come on.
He's kind of country. Southern rock is country.
No.
Yes.
See,
you're never going to see Tom Petty again, though. Did you know that?
We had this discussion when everyone came over to my house. Tom Petty is not country. We talked about that.
You know, you can't see Tom Petty ever again.
Yeah, he passed away.
He's no longer with us.
Like last year, wasn't it? Wasn't it recently?
Yeah, he was getting ready to go on tour with the country guys, with all those country bands.
Was he?
Yeah, I don't know, probably. I think he is country. Definitely a country boy.
I had some friends drag me out.
Drag you? Did you like it?
It was okay. I know this song. What's this song? It Won't Back Down. What's the other famous one? There's another big one. Free Fallin'. That's it.
Free Fallin'.
Yeah, Free Fallin'.
That's a good one. Great song. Free Fallin'.
Yeah,
I love it. Great music. I love Tom Petty.
Hey, did you hear Ichiro's going to retire?
He's not retiring. I hate it. It's not true.
Is.
No, he's not.
He's not?
He's not retiring. He is boosting up to the front office, but there is no retirement papers. He is not filling them out.
Okay, so here's the deal. So he's stepping away from playing, which most people would say, well, if he's done playing, he's retiring. He's like, no. I'm not retiring. I'm not playing on the field. I'm going to be in the front office doing things.
I disagree. I think he still wants to play. Jeff, I read a short expose on Ichiro. He does some wacky stuff in the offseason. He puts himself, he goes into the forest, no joke, into some forest in Japan where there's only 10 people in the entire town. And he eats at the same place every single day, and he works out. But no one knows exactly what his workout regimen is to get him, and then he gets himself mentally prepared. Apparently, he did it this year. Now he's not going to play the rest of the year. I find that hard to believe. I think he's going to not put in his papers, and I think we're going to see him try to make a comeback next year.
Well, I know baseball fans, especially a lot of Angel fans, they were anxious to see Shohei Ohtani and Ichiro on the same field. In fact, the Angels are traveling up to Seattle tomorrow. So they play Baltimore tonight here at the Big A, and then the Angels go on the road to Seattle. So there was a chance that we were going to see Ichiro and Shohei Ohtani, two of the greatest Japanese baseball players of all time, together in the same game. And we just missed it by days.
By a day.
Yes.
Oh, that's terrible. Ichiro, he's 115, though. He probably should quit.
What is he, 44?
He's got to be around there. 44, 45.
Yeah.
When you get into the mid-40s, they're all the same, buddy. They're all the same.
And they were saying, though, that the Mariners are going to open next season in Japan. They're going to open up the regular season in Japan against the A's. So there's some scuttlebutt that maybe Ichiro would come out of, quote unquote, in retirement. Although I know you don't like that word, Jeff. But he might come out of retirement to put on the uniform again and play as they go to Japan to open up next season.
I have no problem with that whatsoever. He's the best player Japan has ever had. He needs to be a first ballot Hall of Famer here in the United States.
And he came to the United States after a long career already in Japan.
Oh, he was already Pete Rose in Japan.
Yeah.
And then he came over here and did a great job. I think he's a Hall of Famer, even with his stats here in the United States. He was an ambassador of the game, a good guy. You never heard anyone say anything bad about Ichiro, ever.
In his peak, he was awesome. I mean, he was over 200 hits per season. The leadoff guy for some really good Seattle Mariners teams. I mean, you could put that guy hitting third in the lineup. He was fine anywhere in that lineup. He was unbelievable. And then he went to, was it the Yankees? Because he came back to Seattle. He was with I think the Florida Marlins for a little bit. Will you pull up his all his stats? Because he left Seattle for a little bit. And then they brought him back, and I think it was more of a gesture to say, hey, Ichiro, you're one of the all-time greats in Seattle. We're talking about Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, Randy Johnson. I'll throw Alvin Davis because he's a local guy. He's a Riverside guy for the Seattle Mariners. But Ichiro, I think, bounced around a little bit, and then they brought him back. And I think it was more out of goodwill, like, hey, Ichiro, you're one of the all-time Mariner greats. We want to make sure that when you decide to wrap everything up, that you're in a Seattle uniform. And I think that's exactly what happened today.
Well, just think of it this way. He played in Seattle for 13 years, where he was an MVP. He played 3 years in New York, 3 years in Miami, and then this year back with Seattle. He played 15 years in the American League, 3 in the National. He's been here since 2001. Was an amazing player here in the United States and played just as many years, I believe, in Japan. Holy cow. Yeah, he's played a lot.
Yeah. Was he 44? Does it have his age right there? I think he's about 44, 43, 44.
He's 57 years old. No, I didn't say how old he is. I'm sorry. I don't have that.
All right. Well, Ichiro, again, not retiring, but he's not playing baseball anymore. He's going into the front office for the Seattle Mariners. And I know, again, a lot of Angel fans were wanting to see Shohei Ohtani and Ichiro in the same game at the same time, and we just missed it by a day because the Halos are traveling up to Seattle tomorrow. The Angels playing the Orioles tonight at the Big A as they wrap up that homestand. We have intern Cullen at the Big A. He's going to check in live in about 15 minutes or so here on the show as Albert Pujols chases 3,000 hits. Huge milestone tonight at the Big A. Hopefully he gets it. He's 2 hits away. Jeff, NBA,
it looks like it's
is Cleveland going to win? Are they going to walk away with this?
Cleveland is up 20 with 1:23 left.
No!
They are.
What's the score?
128-108, 1 minute, 23 seconds.
Wait. Cleveland has 128 points in the game?
128.
What's LeBron have? Because obviously somebody, I mean, I'm sure LeBron's having like a crazy game, but somebody had to step up and help him. Somebody else had to have a huge game to have 128 points.
Kevin Love had 31. He was the second leading scorer.
Man.
Kevin Love with 31. LeBron James was still with under a minute left. I'm sure he'll score a couple more here. He's got 43.
LeBron James, 43. Kevin Love with 31. Listen, LeBron needs a sidekick. He needs like that number 2 option that he knows is going to knock down that basket, a guy he can rely on. Because right now I feel like he doesn't even want to pass the basketball.
No,
even though he did have a triple-double the other day. But man, if Kevin Love can step up and be even similar to what he was remember when he was with the Minnesota Timberwolves? He's one of the best players in the game.
Yeah, he was. I mean, there was times where he got 30 rebounds. But I'll tell you this: you look at LeBron James, he has 14 assists to go along with his 43 points and 8 rebounds. Kevin Love with 11 rebounds and 31 points.
31 and 11 for Kevin Love.
Depressing.
That's a big game.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're the Raptors, you might want to start over. You might want to get 2 more guys than the 2 they have because they're not doing a whole lot in these playoffs. They're not built for playoff teams. They're great in the regular season, but postseason, they're a different ball club.
If you're an Avengers Infinity War fan, you want to get the time stone.
Yes.
You want to go back in time, start this all over, and try again.
Okay, I do have the age of Ichiro. He is 44 years old.
Bingo!
He has been playing.
I know my Ichiro.
He has been playing baseball pro baseball since 1991 when he was 17 years old. He has played a number of years professionally. I will have total number of hits. He has 367 hits.
Wait, between Major League Baseball and in Japan.
Yes. He has in 18.
That's unbelievable.
He has 3,089 hits here in the United States. He has 1,278 in Japan.
That's remarkable. I mean, granted, he's 44 years old and he's played baseball for a long time, but 4,300 professional hits, that's unbelievable.
He's got 1,500 RBIs. He's done just an incredible amount in those 28 seasons. 28 seasons. 28 seasons as a professional baseball player.
Oh, that's wild. Jeff, you could still be playing if you were the Ichiro basketball, you could still be playing right now.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think it would ever happen. He's even pitched. I don't know.
He did pitch. Wasn't it this season? Like, I think earlier this season he was on the mound.
Yeah, I pitched in 2015 when he was 41. So, yeah.
Why not?
Why
was that with the Florida Marlins?
Yeah, it was with the, yes.
Yeah, the Marlins?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Holy smokes. Yeah, what an incredible career.
All right, so the Cavaliers are about to win. They're going to go up 2-0 on Toronto in that playoff series. And the series is going back to Cleveland, Jeff. I think this thing's over. LeBron's going to have an easier time against Toronto, who's the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. He's going to have an easier time with these guys than their first-round series against Indiana.
It's sad. That tells you how bad the East is right there.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, they've won the 2 on the opposing team's floor, and now they go back to Cleveland. They're gonna sweep them.
And here's why: because Cleveland's not as good because LeBron doesn't have a very good team with him. Boston's all banged up. They're not full strength, but they're still really good with a great coach in Brad Stevens. And Philly's going to be really good, but they're still young. They're still trying to figure things out, but they're going to be really good too. So Boston and Philly are actually just tipping off. I don't know if there's even a score yet, but they're just tipping off right now. But, man, yeah, LeBron, they're going to beat Toronto. They're going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals again, going up 2-0 on Toronto and going back to Cleveland. I think that's as close as you can get to a lock.
Yes, I agree. Another note in the NBA, the New York Knicks have signed David Fizdale to be their next coach. So David Fizdale is going to be coaching the New York Knickerbockers next year.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think he's a good coach. A lot better than what they've had.
Hey, and also another NFL note, Jason Witten, longtime Cowboys tight end, officially announced his retirement after 15 seasons, and it's being rumored that he's going to go to Monday Night Football.
That's
all these Cowboys like to go in the broadcast booth. Remember Tony Romo, who I guess apparently was a hit. A lot of people like him. I think he's okay. But a lot of people like him. Tony Romo did great on the CBS Sunday broadcast. And then now it looks like Jason Witten calling it a career with the Dallas Cowboys. He might end up in the Monday Night Football booth.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Jason Witten. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
First ballot?
Yes.
No. Not a first ballot Hall of Famer. But he is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, okay. He's great, but I wouldn't put him in the same category as Tony Gonzalez or Antonio Gates.
I agree.
But he's really good. All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. More baseball chatter. Big win for CBU today. And also the Dodgers picking up a win against Arizona. And a live report coming at you from the Big A. Halos taking on the Orioles tonight. We'll have that when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
So how you guys doing? My name is Coach Ray Bass. We're here at the Boost Performance Center today, and here with the one and only Pep Fernandez, and we're going to go over a real basic vertical jump. All right, we're going to teach you guys the technique and its progression. This is a great drill for really any sports. Really emphasizes pure power production through the hips, and power is really important for basically any type of athlete, whether you're a football player, track, soccer, basketball. You know, we all want to be powerful, strong athletes. So we're going to go over that today. All right, so first things first, I'm going to have Jacob go ahead and stand with his feet underneath his hips. So you want to have your toes pointed forward. You want your feet to be about hip width, all right? He's going to have his shoulders flexed, all right, in front of his body. So his arms up in front. Okay, now, the most important part here is what's called a counter movement. And what that is I'm going to throw my shoulders back into extension, all right? I'm going to flex my hips, all right? So the shoulders are going to be flexed, and the hips are going to, the shoulders are going to be extended, and the hips are going to be flexed, all right? And then we follow that up with shoulder flexion and hip extension. It's got to be really fast, all right? So right now, I'm just going to show you the first phase of that. So Jacob, I want you to drop your hips into flexion. I want you to throw your arms back into extension when I say go. Ready? Go. Right there. So come up. That's the most important movement there. So after that, it's the landing, all right? So we want to get as high as we can. As I go up, I want to extend through my hips, through my knees, on my toes pointed up. And when we land, I'm going to land back into that hip flexion, arms extended, and I want to stick the landing, all right? So we're going to go over it now. So now we're going to actually jump here, Jacob. I want to see that counter movement. Go ahead and walk a little bit closer to the hurdle here. We're going to extend on the way up. As we elevate, extend through the hips and the knees, stick the landing, throw the arms into extension. Here we go. Ready? On you.
customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Dancing in the studio.
The bird.
Yeah, you know what I'm doing. Do it, Jeff. Is there a bird dance? Yeah. Just dance it. Oh, what is that? You know, is that a real dance? That was it, wasn't it?
Bird.
That was the bird. Yeah. Did he do it?
He did it right. He did it correct.
Did he do it correct?
This is the 80s, before the dab.
Yeah. Before the dab.
I just did the bird, and you know what? I got a blister on my foot. I got sore knees. But anytime I can do the bird,
oh my goodness!
Yeah, you don't know this?
Purple Rain.
Morris Day.
I don't think I've ever heard this song.
You got to be kidding!
No,
you got to see it. Then.
Holy smokes! What a great Morris Day and the Time was another great band. Jesse Johnson.
No.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
Negative.
Come on, man.
I don't know, man. I lived in a bubble.
You know, these were all Prince's bands, and he actually wrote everything.
Yes.
And he did all their music, and all he did was like, hey, go ahead and do this. He, like, actually gave it to them.
Yeah, I mean, man, the revolution, man, the revolution.
You're not down with the revolution?
I don't know what that is. That's the swap meet when you cross the border in Mexico.
Revolution.
The revolution.
That's the best. Man, you're nuts, man. Sheena Easton, Jesse Johnson, Morris Day and the Time, Apollonia 6, Vanity 6. Come on.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, the ones that
know.
actually made the sound of Janet Jackson.
Yes, they did.
Minneapolis.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled. Quick quality oil change will be spoiled by great customer service and low prices every 5,000 miles, whatever it is on your car. Get in there soon. Get your oil changed at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. We're going to have a live report from the Big A. Intern Cullen is there as Albert Pujols of the Angels could get 3,000 hits tonight. He's only 2 hits away. And Jeff, how about this for a stat? Because we were just talking about Ichiro, right?
Unbelievable stats.
Ichiro and Albert Pujols both debuted in the major leagues on April 2nd, 2001. The same day Pujols and Ichiro entered Big League Baseball.
Are you serious?
The same day. So since then, Ichiro has 3,089 hits in the MLB since 2001. And, of course, Albert Pujols is at 2,998, 2 away from 3,000. They debuted on the same exact day.
That's crazy. And think of it this way. Albert Pujols could have been on that team with Mark McGwire. Do you know why they didn't? Because Tony La Russa didn't want to upset Mark McGwire. Albert Pujols was the minor league MVP player of the year. Should have been brought up, but wasn't, for the simple fact is they didn't want to hurt Mark McGwire's feelings.
His feelings.
Feelings. I didn't know Mark McGwire had feelings.
He's behind steroids.
Behind all those steroids, there were a couple little feelings in there. Oh, there he is!
Yeah, right now.
No. Don't call it this. No. Okay, go ahead.
Let's just go live to the Big A. Cullen Holt reporting live as Albert Pujols is chasing 3,000 hits. Cullen, are you standing between the 2 big hats at the Big A right now?
I am. I'm standing outside, and I tell you what, I have never seen more Albert Pujols jerseys at the Big A my entire life.
Well, I really hope tonight's the night. He's 2 hits away. I was so glad to see him in a home run last night. He got 2 hits. Albert Pujols now at 2,998. I think that place is going to be packed tonight because, Cullen, the Angels go on the road tomorrow. Like, this is his last chance to do it at home. Is it going to be a huge crowd?
Yeah, I fully expected it's going to be packed to the brim. You know California fans, though, they're not going to show up till later, maybe after first pitch. So right now it's a little light, but yeah, I do expect that it's going to be pretty full. Just really exciting. And for me personally, just as a fan, super happy to be here. I got good seats. I'm right there, and hopefully witness some history tonight.
Cullen, are you hanging out with Joe and Andy tonight?
No Joe or Andy. They couldn't get tickets. They're too cheap.
Oh, okay.
Cullen, live at the Big A right now. Albert Pujols and the Halos taking on the Orioles, trying to get 3,000 hits tonight at home. So, Cullen, when you decided to go to this game, did you have any idea that this might land on a historic night for Albert Pujols, or just dumb luck?
No idea. Dumb luck. Pretty much how most of my life goes.
Well, Cullen, you want to make it an easy $20? $20.
$20?
$20. I will have a crisp $20 bill in studio for you tomorrow if you get a picture with our guy Trent Rush somehow tonight. Without my help. I'm not going to give you without my help. I'm not going to give you his number. I'm not going to do anything. You have to find Trent Rush.
Say, hey, I'm Cullen from the Inland Sports Show.
Yeah, say you're Cullen, and you need a selfie with him. It's worth $20, and I promise you, $20 tomorrow.
That's actually pretty good.
Can you
$20?
Yes.
Is it crisp? Do you guarantee that it's going to be crisp?
It might be a little moist because it'll be in my pocket all day, but I'll crisp it up. I'll put it in. I'll iron it for you. Yes, I'll get you a crisp $20 bill, but you've got to get a picture with Trent Rush.
All right, it's a deal.
You know, because he's probably hanging out at least early in the game, probably around the dugout. You could walk down towards the field, like behind the Angels dugout, and just yell, "Trent, it's Cullen, the Inland Sports Show."
Yeah, scream Trent. Just scream Trent Rush. No one else there will be screaming Trent.
Or scream Pep Fernandez.
Do it. Do it, Cullen.
Inland Sports Show.
$20.
Hey, if that crisp $20 bill is waiting for me, I'll do whatever I've got to do.
I will add 30 to it and give you 50.
What?
If you have a picture with Trent Rush shirtless, because we're on because we're on a shirtless. It's shirtless.
Jeff wants to do a topless Tuesday.
Topless Tuesdays where we do the show always just no shirts. But if you get a shirtless Cullen Holt with Trent Rush, I will give you $50 instead of $20. You're poor.
I don't know if I have anything to say to that.
No. You're poor. You're going to North Dakota. You're going to need
South Dakota.
South Dakota?
No, it's North Dakota.
You're going to need $50 because that will buy you food for like a year because it is North Dakota. Think of it that way. Either $20 with a straight picture or 50 shirtless.
All right. I will consider it.
Hey, and Cullen, before we let you go, when Albert Pujols comes to the plate, let's say he gets a hit, so he's one away from 3,000. Will you take video of that at bat that we can put on the Inland Sports channel?
Oh, absolutely. Hey, even when I'm off duty, even when I'm just a fan, I got you guys' back.
No, we're paying you double overtime to go to this game, so you're going to get a huge check in the mail for covering it for us.
That'll be a first.
Cullen, you're the best. Enjoy the game tonight, and hopefully we'll see that selfie with Trent.
$50,
right,
shirtless.
See you, Cullen.
Guys, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
It's like that, Jeff. Between Cullen and Mike Lindskog, everyone thinks you're nuts.
No,
you're the crazy guy, and I'm the jerk.
You are the jerk, but I'm the kind, crazy guy.
You're the kind, crazy guy?
Oh, yeah, I would do anything for anyone. You, on the other hand, I don't think so.
All right, when we come back, we're going to wrap things up. We're going to turn things over to the Quakes in just a little bit. And, again, Albert Pujols trying to make history tonight at the Big A. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
All is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Finishing up a little country music. You know who this is, Jeff? Let me flip the script on you. Yeah, put the cans on your head. Who's this?
Wait. Brooks and Dunn.
Tailgate down.
Silas and Croce.
No. We're just country boys and girls getting down
Garth
on the
Brooks.
phone.
No.
Tim McGraw.
Faith Hill's husband.
Yeah, the son of Tug McGraw, former baseball player.
Tug McGraw could throw some cheddar, some stinky
the high,
cheese.
stinky, sharp cheddar. This segment's brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Ask for the special each and every week, and you will save thousands of dollars. In fact, you can call Derek Catalano directly and say, I want the special. I don't want to pay a lot of money. I want a sweet deal. No headaches, no gimmicks. Go to Catalano Motors and get the sweet deal. They're off Temescal Canyon Road. CatalanoCars.com is the website. Go check them out. Hey, Jeff, have you ever been to a professional game where history was made? Because we're talking about Albert Pujols going for $3,000 tonight at the Big A. I was going back. I went to I remember going to because growing up in Northern California, I always went to the Giants. I remember the Giants beat the Cincinnati Reds, one of the games I went to. It was like 23-5. And I think the 23 runs was a Giants record at the time. But other than that, I don't know if I've ever been to a game where history was made. Have you been to a pro game?
I went and saw the Dream Team practice for the very first time. The first Dream Team.
The real Dream Team.
Yes, I saw when they first assembled. It was like the
Avengers coming together.
No, my dad was good friends with George Raveling, and he was an assistant coach on the first Dream Team. And they invited my dad and my brother and I to go watch the very first Dream Team practice.
That's very cool.
It was very cool. Got to see Larry Bird, Magic, all those guys. I was a young guy. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Yeah, so I would say that was probably my favorite thing I ever saw.
Greg Holla?
I got to see Walter Payton before.
That's big. Sweetness.
Yep. You saw Sweetness?
Yes, at the Coliseum before he retired. So I got to see history there.
That's pretty nice. That's a good one. Good one.
Well, we could have history tonight at the Big A. Albert Pujols just 2 hits away from 3,000 in his career. If you're a baseball fan, you understand, the significance of 3,000 hits. It's a major, major milestone. Coming up in about 50 minutes, pregame for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes trying to beat the Modesto Nuts tonight. First pitch, 7:05, and Mike Skog. Mike Lindskog will have the call right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. As for the Inland Sports Show, we'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, right here on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.